today, my beautiful friend Danny from Canada, all the way from Canada. I made him fly from Canada. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah, I flew from Canada today.
Just for the podcast. No.
Podcast. Yeah.
Like 12 minutes.
Yeah. And I'm late.
Yeah. Dennis is why am I calling you Dennis? It's Danny.
Danny, yeah.
Danny. There's my other friend is Dennis, and I call him Einstein because he looks like Einstein.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Danny lives in Byron and plays music a lot with our group of friends and also with other musicians, and he just loves to play music. That's all there is. And of course he does other things. How long have you been here now?
2 years now.
Wow. How do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I'm staying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my home now.
Yeah, it's your. How different is it to Canada?
I would say I haven't seen much of Canada, but I would say it's more social here. And like it's nice because you can walk down the street and people will say hi to you and like give you smiles and everything.
Yeah.
And I miss that. And I always felt weird like back at home how everybody's just like ignoring each other, you know what I mean? And just like walking by and like I don't know, that's just normal there and stuff. And it always felt weird to me just to not like say hi to everybody that I'd pass by or like a lot of people, you know?
Yes, yes.
I think it's pretty normal like to feel like weird when you're like not communicating with the people around you. I think because we're meant to like live in tribes, right? So when everybody around us is a stranger, it's just like it's a little bit weird for us, I think.
Yeah, well, naturally we are tribal.
Yeah.
From the start, and then we became so disconnected. Yeah. Later on.
Towns and cities and yeah.
I mean, I was talking in another episode how. When we go to school here, you get separated. I'm not sure what it's like in Canada, but in Australia, they separate you from, like if you're in kinder year and then when you go to year one, then you are not going to mingle, you're not going to be put in the same class like those ones you made friends with from the year before.
Oh, yeah.
So then the same thing next year. So then the kids don't have the opportunity to build a solid
to bond.
Yeah, bond.
Yeah.
There's constant separation.
Yeah.
And so they can get very fragile. And there are a few who kind of maintain that.
Yeah.
Like parents make effort and all that. But yeah, it happens. And so that's the systematic separation.
Yeah, exactly.
From childhood.
Yeah. Yeah, it just makes us feel like as individuals rather than as a community.
I mean, we are individuals uniquely.
Yeah, yes, for sure. Yeah.
But I think that we function better
in a community. Definitely. Yeah.
I mean, we like through music. It's just it's fun when you play alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when we get together,
it's a completely
the fun is
experience.
endless.
Yeah. And it gives you like new ideas and new ways to like go with your music. Like if you're really stuck from like playing by yourself a lot and everything, and it can get like mechanical, and then that kind of takes the magic out of it. If you play with other people's, it gives you like new patterns and new ways of like seeing the guitar and like other instruments as well too.
And everyone else has a tip. I do it like this, and then how do you do that? And always something else that you learn from being together with other people. Even just the way we carry ourselves doesn't necessarily be music, but we from not listening to listening, from maybe not harmonizing to harmonizing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a constant like ebb and flow of like being like in sync and like being like
go back to being part of society.
Yeah.
What else did you notice the new thing in your new life in Australia?
Something else that I noticed.
I mean, musical wise, you play a lot more music here or over in Canada?
more music here, I would say. I had a group back at home that I was like playing with and jamming with and everything and stuff, but definitely more here. And that's why the big reason why I moved here is because of the music and everything, and big reason I stayed. Is how good it is. It's funny because I didn't realize it, but like 5 years ago, I wrote a passage in my journal of like where I want to live, and I like describe it very like specific, and like what I want to be doing, and like the people I want to be surrounding myself with, and all of these things. And last year I opened my journal to that page and started reading it, and I was like tearing up because it's word for word I'm living exactly that. And I didn't even realize it, but yeah.
The power of manifestation.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago I wrote that passage, and it was like, I want to live in like a community with lots of like-minded people where there's like a lot of socializing. I want to live on the beach or close to the beach. I want to be in a community with like a lot of music, which is super important to me, and like for there to be good live music going on all the time. And I remember last year in Byron, I was like just going out in town even by myself, and I would go to the Northern, and a lot of the times like the Northern bar was playing like good music, like Kane Muir. Yeah,
Kane is
so
fantastic.
Good. Yeah.
Kane is like, respect Kane.
Yeah,
I absolutely admire him.
Yeah.
He's just,
I used to love going there and just like having a boogie, you know, and
when he's
the
there,
old blues kind of, you know.
But he's got a style that is just not anybody else but him, and it's just, I'm just so in love with that, with him as an artist. He's amazing. Absolute respect. First time I walked in, I was like, oh my God, who is this guy? God, he's so good at what he does.
Very much.
And he gets off the stage and says hello beautifully. And he just have a very calm presence as well.
Yeah, that's what I really love about Australia too, is there's no like separation between like the people performing and the audience, or like the a rock star or like an actor or whatever, or like, you know what I mean? They're just like all people, and like there's no separation between that. And
I mean, in Byron, yes, we don't really, but you know, like Byron altogether, what I've noticed is that we are so good at pretending we don't know you're famous.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, we all have a life, you know. You just want to go to the beach, enjoy the beach without having to worry. There's Matt Damon or somebody else. Our Savior is local, so it's not. Exactly. I mean, when you have your local people, you appreciate that, you know, project so much creativity to the community. I mean, you don't. I don't know. It's a different mentality, really. We don't see people as stars, or as, we first see them as, you know, just souls like us. You know, have common ground. Yeah. And then the next thing is we see the quality that they have, which is through music, and that's like a common platform for us to connect.
Yeah, exactly. With them. Oh, 100%. Definitely. Yeah. I can talk for hours about music.
Oh, well, please do. But that's like the best gossip.
Yeah, exactly. But that's like some like connecting factor that I have with like every musician. I find it so easy just to like talk to them and like see what kind of bands they listen to, and like I've became like over the years like a real connoisseur of like music, I guess, you know, and just like spending and dedicating so much time. I used to just like sit for hours on end, like watching YouTube videos of like different bands and everything, and like just really going deep into it, finding different music, and also like world music really fascinates me. Like
absolutely, I agree.
Like Middle Eastern, that's really inspired my guitar playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I play in like alternate tuning.
Yes.
And I it's more of like a Middle Eastern deserty kind of sound
to it. It makes me think of you bringing me to Morocco or something. Or like Lebanon, or some kind of Turkey or.
Yeah, exactly. And that music there is so it's still very cultured.
Yes.
And like it brings you back to a time that like my physical body had never been, but I believe that like my ancestors were there and everything, and like it brings me back to like a different time, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's still very old. Like that's like very cultural music, like even Iranian music with
Yes.
Comanche.
What's Comanche?
Comanche, it's one of my favorite instruments. There's a guy named Kayan Kalor. I think I'm not saying the name super correctly, but it's like, it's a stringed instrument. You play it with a bow, like a violin.
Oh, yes.
And it's like upright, kind of like a cello, but it's very small.
Oh.
And it has this like gourd and
like a
with strings.
Oh.
Yeah, and the sound from it is such like earthy, warm tones and everything, and like it makes me feel like I'm somewhere that I've never been physically yet.
Yeah.
You know, but like it really makes you travel somewhere.
Yeah, YouTube had been really helpful for me as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There was one day I just really want to listen to Spanish songs, and I don't know who's gonna be. I know a few, not. If I know a few of the artists, not know the artists, but I know of their names, and I listen to like some specific songs from like South American artists, and there's Pablo Mirales for his song Yolanda, which is such a romantic song, beautiful, like a declaration of love in that lyrics. Of course, in Spanish, and then the other one is Silvio Rodriguez that I really like. You know?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And but then one day there's Mexican band with the song Mariposa Traicionera. And it's called Mana.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with this band. And then the next thing I saw that Carlos Santana was playing then, and I was like, you would love Shakira was in a video. Like, wow, this is later on, you know. But like that song Mariposa Traicionera, I learned the lyrics, and then of course I still sing and misheard lyrics and all that. But it's so beautiful because it opens up. And that's the value that you get from being very open.
Yeah.
If you restrict yourself through anything really, then you're gonna be stuck.
Yeah, for sure.
And oh my God, so much more enjoyable. Music becomes an endless field to enjoy, even if you don't play all the instruments. If you play so poorly, still like it still does something to you to be listening.
Yeah, definitely. I would say like I enjoy all genres of music as long as it has like some depth to it, and soul, and like true like authenticity as well too.
Storytelling. And has the, you know, when you say that God instrument you play, like the violin, with that, it's this ethnic thing that makes you feel like I belong to this root, to some kind of where we all have come from. I mean, originally, you know, this electric guitars is like later on, you know, exactly. all these.
It's still a new instrument.
Yes.
Considering,
I listen to my friends to get that ambience that you talk about. I have a friend who he's a gypsy, and he plays his music. Takes me around the world.
Yeah.
One track I'm in India. The next track I could be like in the one track. Also, I could be in Morocco, and then I'm transported to elsewhere within the same. But like I cry a lot listening to his stuff. Like you might. His name's Lula Reinhardt. He's a gypsy, lives in Germany, and he's just fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. He has a certain way of projecting his music, and I really like the sound of it.
Yeah.
Of all
I feel
of
like
it.
it's very, with that kind of music, it's very like sacred still.
Yes.
You know, it feels like ceremonial almost, and like since it was music from like long time ago, when like I believe that like gods existed back then, you know what I mean, through the power of everybody believing in them. I think that like if everything's frequency and vibration, that like a whole community or like country even believing in the same thing amplifies that and actually creates that and allows it to be real. And like when they play the music, it's something very sacred and beautiful to hear, you know, and that's like that hits me the deepest, I think.
I mean, most rituals, there's always a chant. Traditional rituals that you go somewhere, they're chanting. And many events that we attend to, there's always music that is put in. And even if you go to an event that doesn't really have much of a music, but you know, let's say you can talk, but then, you know, if somebody put a video, 2 minutes video, and then has a soundtrack, and then you feel the mood lifted.
Sure.
Yes. So I think that we all have. I was just thinking that, you know, how we don't read much anymore, and
like read books.
We don't read books much anymore. I mean, books were also, when you think about in olden days, you have to have money to buy them. Right. These are scripts that like you have access to the Bible for free because they print it and then they want you to come into the religion and that kind of stuff, right? So scriptures like that, and it's only mostly accessible to those like the priests who are preaching and you know, take the word of God, or the men written. Men handwritten by men, whatever. So this when you think about it, to a degree, I was just thinking that's actually the form of writing comes later, right? And the form of passing information has always been storytelling. So oral, and so.
There's many different ways to tell a story as well.
Exactly, through songs,
like, you don't even have to say words, you know, it can be portrayed through music, which has a feeling behind it, you know. And I remember seeing this one African band live, and they're like, we know you have no idea what we are saying, but you understand. And it's like, it's so true, like, because we knew exactly what they were saying, like what they were coming across with, but no idea what they were saying. Right? So,
I totally agree with that. The only thing that I had was, I mean, I like to listen to, you know, listening to foreign music, right? That you don't know. This is the one problem that I realized. Not really. It's a great problem. Very educational for me to be aware, because I would listen to some songs, maybe a French song or something that is so beautiful, and I'm crying my head off, and it's like, oh, I'm so emotionally rich. But you know, the lyrics, once you find out, there's some lyrics that's not romantic.
It's not,
they're talking about a cow in the farm. Agriculture.
Hey, that's the beautiful thing about music, is it's up to your interpretation.
Can you imagine the disappointment? And I have to justify. Their romance is gone. And I have to justify
it's like,
to myself.
I should have never learned French.
I have to justify, you know, to myself that, but it's okay, I still enjoy it. It's like going, like I had an experience once. I bought a necklace from the market. It's, you know, one of the Saturday artisan markets in Byron. I saw this first. I saw a beautiful necklace. Like, wow, I really want it. I didn't have the money. I didn't bring any money. I was just wandering around, and I went back. It's gone. And then the lady said, "Oh, I can make one for you." And then she make one for me. Nothing like the one that was sold that I wanted to.
It never is.
It never is. But it was. I didn't look pretty at all.
No.
But she's made it.
Oh,
she's made it. And then she said, "Oh, can you?" She said to her partner, "Can you tell Francesca that the necklace is ready? It's $60." So I took $60, and when I saw it, it's like, I was too polite, right? But you have issues. You have times when you're so polite to somebody, you won't tell the truth, right? So I paid $60. I swear to God, I kept it for more than 10 years, right?
Oh yeah.
Never wore once because it just brought my confidence down. When I look at it in the mirror, it's like, it doesn't make me look good. It might look good on somebody else. And eventually I gave it away. And it was so hilarious because I put it on Facebook and I confessed to the whole story. That I say I kept
on Marketplace.
Yeah.
You
no,
wrote
on Marketplace on a group that you give things for free.
Oh, okay,
and I said, look, I confess that I kept it because like I was just to remind myself that I spent so much money on this.
Just to be polite.
I'm never gonna repeat it, and I make peace with it eventually and gave it away. Yeah. And the lady who got it, she was really glad. And it looks great on her. She tried it and she went off with it. I mean, it's great, $60 necklace.
Then it was for her.
It was made for her. It wasn't for me. Yeah. But I mean, I have things like this where you can be so polite and not saying things. I mean, it doesn't have to be about buying something. Yeah. What were we talking about? We got to this.
We were talking about.
I'm sorry. But I love the laugh. We need to laugh with all these things happening in the world.
What was it?
We surely were talking about music somewhere.
Yeah, we were talking about music.
But this is how we talk as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
ADD podcast.
Yeah. Oh God. Have you been playing?
Yeah. I don't know. I've been taking a little break from it.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's nice to I always think with playing music, with anything actually, it's good to have like a beginner's mind.
Yes.
To it. Yeah. How powerful that is in everything. But one thing with guitar is like I was saying before, when you know the fretboard too much, and you have this pattern that is like your kind of go-to pattern, you become like a robot.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And now, especially with AI coming out with music, and that's actually it's pretty good, you know? The only thing that separates us from that is first of all, what we put behind it.
Yes.
Because AI doesn't have that soul to put behind it, you know what I mean? That emotion, that feeling. And it's actually not about what you play, it's about how you play it. And the emotion behind it. And I think that's why most great musicians are very emotional people, you know?
Oh yeah.
Very emotional people. I've always found myself deeply emotional, feeling things 10 times more deep than I would think other people. Obviously I don't know how other people feel. I can't understand that, but it's always seemed that way. And that's why I've loved music so much, because it helps me express that, you know what I mean? Mm. And it's so what I find to keep that beginner's mind, I'll sometimes if you put the instrument down for a while and then you pick it up again, it gives you that new spark of oh yeah, you know, that new enjoyment and everything. And then sometimes since I do alternate tuning, I'll just sit with the instrument sometimes and just strum and change the notes on it and everything. And then by changing the tuning to it, you have to you have different patterns now to play on the fretboard, so it actually opens up again to being a totally new thing.
Yes.
And then if you see things in a new way, you're excited about what you play. And I think that's really important, being excited about what you play, because I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if other people like your music. It actually only matters if you like it. Because if you like it, and if you really like it, it shows, and then other people will like it as well too.
And this AI is quite a topic. Just about everyone, because a lot of musicians comes here and we speak about it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an artist podcast, so you know, it's very interesting because it's mostly like there are people who kind of, it's quite interesting because they're curious but also not want to go deep into AI with their creativity, with their music, because it's important, like you say, AI doesn't have the soul for it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't connect at the level that we both connect right now, currently.
Yeah.
So there are who are against it.
Yeah.
And question, if you were to use AI, who is really the artist then?
Mm-hmm.
There are some who's like, wow, this is an exciting thing,
Yeah.
And so then it's probably up to how you're going to use AI.
Yeah. I think it could be really beneficial in terms of like pedals for guitar. Like you could have an AI looper that starts to
That's cool.
understand how you play, and then it can, you're almost jamming with technology, you're jamming with this AI looping pedal, and then like it makes it a lot easier to come up with things, because there's always a delay between what you envision,
yes,
and what you can produce,
yes,
and like you have to find these settings on your guitar pedals, and then that right sound, and then find the looper, like how you want it and everything. And but if we have something that is helping us out along the way, like
intelligent,
AI,
really,
yeah, exactly, it really like enhance the music that we make.
Yeah, and it helps you to become more astute to the skills, more clever technically in some ways, because you're learning from what the clues are there, as you say, as you're using. So that, I that's really nice point to put.
Yeah. And also another separating factor between the music AI makes and humans is actually the mistakes, because AI won't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what separates us. And I think I had this idea when I was living in India. I had a band there, and we would make very experimental music, and sometimes we would just like jam, and it was kind of like a bit more rough, you know what I mean? It wasn't like so polished, and like everybody wants to hear very polished music and like no mistakes at all and stuff. But I think the beautiful part of the human experience in general actually is like the mistakes that we make, because they bring us closer to remembering again,
Yes.
and getting back on track, and like to see that like kind of like disharmony to harmony, and like that chaos to order boundary is really something that, like, when I go to see an artist, I want to see them improvise, and I want to see them jam, because they're creating something then and there, and it's they're becoming like a channel and like creating something original.
Yes.
And that's what I care more to see about.
And beyond communication through music, you actually interact to see your guitar is off tune. Yeah. And then then you communicate with each other.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
beyond just the music. Then you learn to be with each other. I was talking to Itai and Kali, the one playing the street with Max. Yeah. They came here the other day, and we spoke about this as well. How the mistakes are really what is actually part of us being human, because it gives us open the gate, the window to learn to be with each other even better.
Yeah. And to learn to be with each other in our faults.
Yes. And the acceptance, also like helping each other through.
Yeah, exactly. And it brings me to the thing, like treating people as a process as well too, rather than a final result is
absolutely
something I learned that's huge, because then you don't think people are something, you think that they're being something at that moment. You know what I mean? Like, none of us are bad people, but all of us can do bad things.
Yes.
And when you see that, you become more forgiving, and then you actually create space for them to become better, and it's same with music. Like, if you treat what somebody's playing as a process and people are figuring it out, then it opens the doors for that magic to come in, eventually, like they'll be making mistakes, but if you're like really harsh on them, then they're just gonna like either give up or continuously make mistakes. But if you give them that openness and that window of being like, oh, it's okay, like the mistakes in your mind, I think at the end of the day, actually, there are no mistakes. It's just how you see it. And I've been playing with this philosophy lately. I think it's like all how you see your music when you're playing it. Because I was playing music the other day at Elements, and I thought like I wasn't really feeling it. And what I was playing, like, and then Armand, my friend, he said that like, oh, what you were playing is beautiful. How can anything that you play like be bad? And it made me think, I'm like, I think I'm just being too critical on myself while I'm playing, you know?
And we are the hardest critics.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah,
especially like musicians as well, too. It's like constantly that inner narrator is just like, oh, you're not worthy enough, you're not this. And
I don't think it's not even just to do with worthy enough. It's the fact that you always, because when you let's say you practice a section of a song, or you working on a section of your own song, and then you get through that section, and then you eventually finish the whole song, because by that point, because the process is so enjoyable, that hardship and all that, by the point you get to the result, the finishing touch of it's done, you're satisfied. Then what? Then you seek for more. So your mind is always working in a cycle of like, now this is great, so I'm gonna learn to be, even if there's better or something, do better, or like, even if it's just not necessarily better but different, that it's even more like, you know, you feel it, the emotion, the connection is just, you always work towards that progress as an artist, right? So then you become really critical. And almost like you're seeking perfection. At the same time, when you accidentally make the mistakes, it's like, it's actually not really a mistake. The song sounds better that way, or the painting looks better this way anyway.
Yeah, it adds a humanness to it. And I think now with the rise of AI music, people are going to start to see that even more. People are going to want to hear those mistakes. Because it's like, oh, finally something human, something we can relate over. Because I think that's what people enjoy the most about music, is actually being able to relate to their lives and make them feel a part of it.
I remember watching something like a really short clip very recently that I'm not sure who they are, but really top musicians. And he was saying that he played one wrong note. And this other person heard,
David.
That's Miles Davis, and and he said
Herbie played one wrong note.
And then like he didn't see it as a mistake. He just carry on from there and joined it like perfectly into great harmony. I read that, I watched it, and I was thinking, thank God somebody sees it like that, because that's how I think we all need to see things this way, as an alternative to the perfectionism, because then it allows us to just really like, I make a mistake, but somebody else doesn't see it that way, and we can just get on, keep going. You know?
And if you think about it, playing, the art of play is that no matter which way you go, like it doesn't matter the mistakes that you make, you're playing. Like playfulness is, you're not like looking to be perfect, you're just playing. Like,
it's the process of,
you know? Yeah, exactly. I think it was like John Cleese or one of the guys from Monty Python who talked about this, and he was saying, the art of play is just is that no matter which direction you go into, you flow with it, you know, and you make it into that art.
And it's a true statement, really. But same thing with cooking, with anything. I mean, there are surfboard shapers who I met one who apparently he made a mistake with his surfboard, shaping it, and it turned out to be is the one that makes
the greatest success.
Make the success out there. In the market does better. It's because it serves much better.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, that kind of...
I think it shows you that so much in life is actually just about state of mind.
Yes.
You know?
We are so conditioned, because we are so conditioned by modern way of thinking, that you have to be so good at something to be given an acknowledgement, to say, with the clap or with the star stickers, like at school you do really well. I'll give you the star stickers, give you the stamp on the hand, good boy, good girl.
Yeah, but it's a compliance award.
Yes, and this is manipulative in my...
it is.
Very manipulative 100%. To young kids, and I don't like it, and that's where...
Well, the schooling system was created by Rockefeller to make...
but they want people to work in factories. It's so industrialized, right? It's so fossilized.
100%.
We should get rid of it.
Definitely.
And I think that once you get rid of this old school system, it will change the way the foundation of society goes about.
For sure.
Because we would then have to shift so many things, right? And it's probably great change. Great things though. Everyone's become so conscious about this now.
Yeah.
And with information technology being here in our face on a daily basis, people are learning alternatively. People are getting together, whether they like it or not, whether any system, any government like it or not, people do get together and still like, let's jam, let's keep this together, and let's starve the system. People are... It's happening, and I mean maybe the mainstream media still bombarded us to say, this is like this, but so many people are not buying into it anymore.
They're trying to put us in like a mass psychosis almost. Of just like illusion, like where I've thought this a while ago too. I think everything that you see and hear about that you haven't experienced firsthand is just hearsay,
Exactly.
So you can only take it with a grain of salt. And it's all based off whoever's saying it. It's based off their perspective.
Yes.
And it's like the game of, I think it's called telephone line or something. It's like you start off with one topic or one word, and then you break it down the line, and then at the end it becomes something completely different.
Exactly.
And that's what's happening with all the like world news, with media and everything and stuff. Is like it's just like a bunch of rumors that are like slowly getting more and more convoluted.
And there's a lot of misinformation.
So much.
Because also the media, mainstream media, have a lot of repetition to brainwash you. And if you're not aware of it, you're easily buying into it because, it's on CNN or it's on ABC or it's on, whatever, Voice of America, all this. You hear it so much, the repetition of what's being bombarded to you. Like they say, repeat the lie, and then you become the truth, and which is bullshit. And I'm quite glad that young generations, not everyone buying into this, and you can see the depression in society, in youth depression. You see it, and it comes out of sense of desperation, because when you control something so much, it's going to rebel.
For sure.
There is a limit to everything, right? So with anything, we are conscious beings.
Exactly.
We are not,
no matter
like
how much they try and drill that.
I mean, you do it to animals. It's the same thing. We are not. I mean, we are. Well, according to Darwin, we are like animals ourselves. But I'm not sure about that.
I think the greatest defense that we can have over all of this, because we're not really gonna get away from it, and it's constantly surrounding us, and even if we get away from the socials and the media, we still hear it in socializing, and we're very social creatures, so we have to socialize. It's good. You can't just be a hermit. And you'll still hear that. I think mindfulness is actually our greatest defense against that, because then you can take a step back and be like, okay, this information that this person's giving to me, what is it doing to me? Like, is it breeding hate for fellow humans? You know what I mean? Or is it breeding love? You know, and you have a choice whether to how to receive that. You know, and if like a lot, what's happening is that all of these things, especially right now, they're breeding hate for a group. You know.
Yes.
And it's always been like that. It's been like us versus them. And when you make it us versus them, you disassociate yourself from being anywhere close to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I believe that like all war, hate, and killing is, some people say it's because of religion. No, I believe it's because of separatism, you know?
Yeah.
Like the more separate you feel from them being close to you,
yes,
the more likely it is that you can do something.
I think that 1 second, I just closed the door.
Okay.
I think that religious books, men-written books, right? It's obvious. But I think that there's a lot of messages that are really good, that carries wisdom.
Yeah.
And the human condition is, conditional mind is so corrupt at times that we tend to take things and project our weakness, our feeling of unimportant, like inferiority within us, and use something from the holy book or whatever, the script, to control, to have power over those who don't know anything about the script, and say, this is wisdom, this is how you should be, this is God's words, and I am the messenger of God. When you, that's nothing to do with being the person of God to me.
No,
that's to me is just, you've got issues, baby. You've got issues. Like, don't come to me with that, because I think that, and this also goes back to how, I'll give you the stamp, good boy, good girl. All right? Exactly. And this is where I don't resonate with this kind of stuff, because in let's say in Christianity, you're born and then they kind of baptize you, and now you belong to God, or you're a sinner. You got to go to the church and be absolved and that sort of stuff, rather than actually teaching people to say, hey, you stuff up to your friend, be responsible enough to your wrongdoings, and whether it's deliberately or not, but you hurt somebody, then go there and just knock at the door and say, I'm sorry, I stuffed up, with the understanding that I'm not going to repeat it. And can we still be friends? Or otherwise, you're free to detach from me, to have that understanding. That's more responsible for me than going to church every Sunday, come out, or you're the church, you're holy moly, also good, child of God, sing the songs of praise and praying. Come out, 2 hours later, you're back to hating again. And so that's the sort of thing that, being the good girl, the good boy, I don't like to resonate with that, to associate with that even. I don't resonate with it at all.
Well, it's like the inferior, superior battle that you're talking about. Like, people like to point the finger at another person because it makes them feel superior over another, and they don't realize it.
But what it is the mentality that when you set something like this, the good boy, good girls, because, in a modern society, you grow up like this for generations now, right? To that kind of systematic idea of believing good boy, bad boy, whatever. And so what happened after generations is a little bit hard to wipe it out. So then you carry it to home. You have children, and then you do it to the kids. Like, not you, I mean, you're obviously very young. And then one will do it to their own children and say, good boy, baby. I want the children to believe, I want the child to believe I'm always good.
Yeah.
But what's not good sometimes is my learning behaviors that because I'm learning, I'm a child. Like if we could just understand, I'm a child, I'm learning how to be. And all my life, I'm always going to be learning, and I'm always going to make mistakes, and I'm always going to, finding myself stuffing up. And so I'm just to know, I think it's important if parents can just channel this understanding to children, or anyone, doesn't have to be parents, you're parents to anyone, really, to say, hey, I know you're good.
Yeah.
Always good at all time. I'm not.
It's not about like learning. It's actually something I realized becoming an adult. It's most of becoming an adult is actually unlearning all of the conditioning that you were taught when you were growing up, because I believe we're all born with this innate sense of right and wrong, and we're all born pure, like babies are just the most pure thing ever. They're taking everything as they go, allowing things to pass through them, and then it's through their conditioning, through their parents, through seeing like the judgment that their parents have on themselves and their parents have on others and everything, that they start to judge as well too, and then start to fall down that line as like opposed to just like accepting things that they are.
I mean, if parents always say, like, sometimes how the reward, if you do this, I'll give you this. It's telling the child, like, if you get good, I'll reward you. What you should see then is that if we maybe switch to say, I'm giving you this, I want you to understand, I'm giving you this because I want to give it to you. Not because you're good or bad. I just want to give it to you, but I know you're always good. And sometimes you do bad things like I do. I make mistakes. It's just that, not that we want to always do bad things. Sometimes, of course, we can be overridden by jealousy. And it's okay as well. It's a learning process. Yeah. And then, but as long as you realize, come out of it, like, what's the point of being jealous? You're eaten inside. You're like destroyed inside if you let that, because I think the best way to be is like feel free, right? To not possess.
Yeah, exactly.
Just because it's just eating you up. I've felt jealous, but of course, like I'll be so offended if I don't think I don't have the jealousy sense. I won't be human enough. I'm not a motor. Like, I'm a human. I like the emotion. I like that sense of knowing that I'm alive. I feel jealous. I feel angry. My temper. Or I feel so loved, so gratitude. That's a sense of gratitude. All that kind of emotion that I feel alive. And so to reject it is so wrong. But to find my way, and it's like, how do I make peace with this jealousy? What do I lack in myself? And I overthink, because like then I become so critical. What am I lacking? Like I've got 2 hands, I've got 2 feet, 2 eyes, I can see, I've got ears, I can still hear, teeth to chew, all sorts of. I look at all of that. I've got nothing less. So don't be jealous.
This is something that I never understood growing up. And why I've never really liked authority, because I feel like the greatest punishment is self-inflicted. And then any other punishment on that just adds to it and is unnecessary, actually. And that's why I always found it weird in like the schooling system when you get sent to the detention and everything.
Oh, detention, like I don't understand.
If anything, it just teaches you to rebel even more.
Yes.
Opposed to like, if you just teach, you don't even have to teach good values. If you like help the children remember that like to take accountability and everything, and that like that to realize what they're doing is bad. They'll feel it themselves, you know. And like anything that I've done wrong in my life, I've always felt it so much, and I know, you know. And then anything on top of that just like adds to it, and if anything just makes me it becomes too much to carry.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So then you feel like you have to just like, you have to give yourself a break more, which maybe like you shouldn't. Maybe the best thing is instead of getting punishment from outside, like what you feel bad about inside, there's a reason for that, you know? And like just that is enough to like be like, okay, I'm gonna work on it and get better.
Yeah.
But then when there's an outside point of view saying that you're bad as well too,
yes.
you have to drop one of these,
yes.
or else it's too much weight to carry.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And most of the time, it's you drop the one that like you rebel against.
Exactly.
You know, you rebel against like, no, you know what, like I shouldn't feel this much. It's too much. You know,
because you know it's what they think of you.
Yeah.
What you know of yourself is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
And no, you cannot really convince anybody to really know what's inside of you, what you really feel, because they have a certain perception of you. And some of the people around you are committed to misunderstanding you, right? So no matter how good you do, it's like, I'm not sure about that. They're always going to be with that attitude. And so doing things for yourself and be responsible for your, like you say, how you go about it once you hear their opinion, that's the only responsibility that you need to carry, is like your reaction. Yeah. How you take it for yourself. It's their responsibility to mind what they say to you. It's not. Yeah. It's on them. It's not on you. And it's a hard homework.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult homework. Almost so much easier to just follow what people tell you.
Yeah.
And this is the main thing. That's what the systems training has to be. Is like just follow orders.
Yeah,
easy. Make it easy for everybody as a society. And the thing is, not just modern society, even all cultures, really all traditions, they have systematic stuff like this, because that's how society functions. Well, because it's what's good for everybody. Yeah. It's what's good for everybody, and so they have rituals that everybody attend and that kind of stuff. You have to fit in, and that's the thing that I've noticed with artists. They have grave difficulties fitting in.
Yeah,
in sure. Any form of category or being labeled in society. We just have really hard time fitting in. Some of us do give up and fit in, and still we die. Our souls die. Like we go through really hard times. And I think this is because not all of us find a way to create a sanctuary for our own sanctuary. Like if you don't fit in, create your own sanctuary to fit in. We don't,
and then attract from there rather than seek all the time.
We don't all find this. We don't all have this confidence as well. Because you can have the confidence that, let's say from a certain culture, like when I meet Americans, they're so confident, and the Canadians, they're so confident. Also because the English is like, Americans walk around like, I'm the king of the world, the attitude, it's a very confident attitude. But the question is also, it has to, like, do you have the self-esteem? Do you have the belief that, do you have the trust in yourself, the self-esteem in yourself that I can do it? That there is nothing to limit me from doing it. But if you condition yourself, then you are also listening to other.
Yeah, well, it's really
influence.
It's really easy. You want to constantly fit into a mold.
Yes.
And it's so easy to just like go into that mold that other people have set for you. It's easier to go with how others see you than it is to fight against it and stand with your head held high against all others telling you you're something opposite. Like I've always struggled with this, with identity and everything, being like the youngest of four, having an identity from that, and then also going through the schooling system, being labeled as like the troublemaker, the bad kid, and all of this thing.
Wow, you get labeled that?
Yeah, and it just it emphasizes that, because it's easier to like go with that than to fight it all, you know. Wow. And that's why I believe and I'm actually grateful for it, because it's allowed me to see that we just have to treat everybody at face value, and like as an empty slate. And because I think at the end of the day, everybody wants to be the best version of themselves.
Yes.
They just need the space for it, you know. And we're given such a privilege to be dealt good cards growing up. Like, I mean, I'm talking personally, you know, I was raised in a family with so much love.
That's beautiful.
So much love. There were obviously things like that, traumas that I'm still working through, but like every family has that.
No family is perfect.
Yeah,
There's no family.
But that actually makes you more beautiful.
Unique.
Even more. Yeah.
You learn to love each other in your own
in that
mistakes.
Suffering. Yeah, but the thing is, like, if I didn't have the loving people around me and the friends to see the good in me, when I did something wrong, I would have just kept on going on that path, and then became that person that other people think of me.
But I think, you decide.
Yeah.
You work on your personal thing, and you decide, because
you decide. But I think it makes it a whole lot easier when there's more people on your side.
Yes.
It always makes it a lot
you have
easier.
the support. Yeah.
Because then you think you're if it's only you saying this, you think that like you'll start to question it. It's like maybe I'm wrong, because everybody else thinks that, you know.
Yeah.
So like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am this bad person. And if you don't have anybody around you to give you that, then you can fall down.
Exactly. That's true. That's true too.
So I think you should always give people the space to surprise you and to be the best version of yourself. And I think we all want that anyways. Because everybody's favorite part of the movie is when like two kids who hate each other, who are like pitted up against each other all the time, end up like finding common ground and becoming friends. That is the most beautiful thing. That's something that's always like taken me away, because it's like to settle the differences and actually become family again.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Did you grow up in any religion? Practice?
Like Christianity, I guess. Like I went to church school and was like confirmed and everything, but my parents were very open-minded with great. So now I would say my religion's just the religion of the world. Something I've came to realize is that all religions, they're explaining the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like our connection to the divine, like the creation of this world, like Mother Nature, Pachamama. And it's just all explaining in different ways because of the different environments that these cultures who created this religion were surrounded by. It's how they could connect, you know? And I think all of it is beautiful, and all of it has so much value to add. And my philosophy is like, why not have the power of all the gods on your side opposed to just one? You know?
Well, I think that we probably channel the same love and a frequency of love and the praying for peace towards the one magical power that allows us to be in our diversity, and just the religion is like a different interpretations of ways on how to channel the message of our prayers, of our thinking, of our
all of us together, and nobody knows how to put a word to that. So we call it God or Allah or whatever, and it's just all of us collectively together, including all the plants and animals and everything.
I mean, some cultures, they don't have deities, but rather their ancestors.
Mm-hmm.
That they hold in high regards, like to the equal power of equal status of godlike, because this is what they understood. This is where they come from. They stem from these roots, these people, they gave them life to be where they are now. So it's true when they say
on all the knowledge and information on how to survive in the world.
Exactly. And then it's true, like that saying that says children are your future. It's the world. It's not you, it's the next generations. And because once you're gone, there's these ones that will still somehow maybe forget you, or if they remember you, they'll remember you in a way that almost like they hold you in such high regards. Yeah. In terms of music, your family, is there your parents and anyone who plays music in your?
So yeah, I'm very grateful that my parents got all of us, like all my 3 siblings, we all played stringed instruments growing up.
So like, cool.
I played my brother, my sister, and we all played violin from like the age of 5 onward.
Wow.
Like classically trained in Suzuki, which is a very like it's all about attuning the ear, and it's more like improvised way of learning violin.
Did you go to school, or were you homeschooled?
No, I went to school, but grade 3, my mom decided to like take me out and homeschool me for 1 year. But,
oh wow! Yeah. So anyway, go with the story of your family.
So my eldest sister, she played cello as well too. And,
wow!
Yeah, and it was.
What great. A whole jam, music from you jam every day at home.
Yeah, we would play together and everything. So not as much as we should have, I think, and I don't know.
Well, life was happening.
Yeah, for sure. My sisters and brother used to busk a lot at the farmers market. I went with them like 1 or 2 times, but I think the age gap was difficult. Like the closest in age is my brother, which is 4 years apart, and then it's like 6 and then 8 years apart and stuff. And so like at the stage that I was at with my violin wasn't like with their stage yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's so cool to have all that influence,
Yeah.
On
and
a daily
think that's
basis.
Something that's like connected my brother and I actually very deeply is music, And I just remember seeing him. We were both in bands in high school and stuff, and I remember seeing him play with his band in the auditorium in high school, and like he was on stage, like he's a really good guitarist, like amazing.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing him shredding on stage, and then like all the girls were like, ah. And not even just that, but like there's a certain power that you feel when you're on stage, and it was it was actually one of like the most inspiring moments to me, actually, wow. To be honest. It's like looking up at him like that.
Oh, you were not on the stage with him then?
No, it was my brother and his band, and I was just like looking at him like performing like that and stuff, and I saw he has a real gift for that. And like he created a lot of the songs that the band was playing as well too. They were called Believers.
How old was he then?
16, 17,
oh,
something like that. Yeah.
That age.
That age is a pinnacle time for playing music, I think, because you're in like a state of transitioning into like adulthood, breaking free from the molds and everything.
But also a stage that you have a lot of hormonal changes that needs to be channeled.
But also you don't feel any like responsibility, you know what I mean? You're so free because you have like your parents taking care of you.
Secure. There's a security,
there's
comfort.
A security and comfort. So you're just like left up to like just play. You know what I mean? And that was like some of the best years of my life for making music.
You are blessed.
That's when I was like in a good band and everything. I was a drummer of that band. That was like my main instrument. I took up drums and my brother took a guitar.
When did you start learning the drum?
So I played violin for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And then so at like 12, 13, I picked up the drums.
Oh,
like
wow.
My parents bought me a drum
Who
set.
taught you?
I taught myself.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I did do some lessons for like a little bit, but like mainly just like taught myself.
Yeah.
And
so you have drum kits at home for sure. Huh?
Yeah. But I think it's one of the hardest instruments to like keep with, because like you can't play when you move out on your own into an apartment. Like nobody wants to hear.
Oh yes. Oh, you didn't have the electric.
No, and it's so much different playing an electric.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It just like there's nothing even compares.
I absolutely agree. I used to have I sold mine. The guy was so happy, and then I bought another one, and oh no, just different. You have to plug it to the amp, and then it's just different feeling. And
the feedback response isn't the same. You don't have the same bounce.
And sometimes there's a bit of a delay. I'm not sure if you notice. And if a cab in the middle of playing, and then you kick something and it's unplugged, oh god. You just lose the jive.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. Yeah, I really miss playing drums and stuff, and I'm glad at least I picked up the guitar. I started playing guitar when I was traveling, just because like to take the music.
So how long ago?
Like 6 years ago, I think. 7 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So violin, guitar, drums. What else?
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much.
You sing as well?
Yeah.
I've heard you singing here.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And I love it because you can improvise so easily.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you speak English really well, so
well,
you don't struggle. Considering English your fifth language. I'm kidding.
No, I think I definitely have a gift with improvising and channeling, and actually all my guitar playing is just improvised. I'll just like play like on the spot. I haven't really written any songs or like, but I have like specific like grooves that I'll go into, but I'll just improvise off that and everything.
And I noticed you know a lot of the old songs too.
Oh,
and then, when I sing and you come up, oh Danny, you know this one. I feel like, I'm not alone in this spot.
Yeah. Oh, I love old music. That's the roots. You have to be connected to the roots.
It's so beautiful. They have a lot of this essence of storytelling.
Yeah.
And it just very evocative.
Yeah.
My emotions, like, when, it's just, to write a story and you read it yourself is a different thing. But when somebody could tell the story through singing and make you cry, it's like... Yeah.
I was watching a movie or a video the other day, and I forget who it was, but I miss the days like back in the 70s.
Please don't.
Where it was just one girl or one guy with an acoustic guitar and just singing on stage, and telling the story like that. And I'm like, we need more of that. Like electronic music can be great and everything to dance to, but I think like we need to go back to like having parties with just people playing acoustic music and like talking about love.
Well, that's why we have jams.
Yeah, exactly.
Like all songs, like what's that song that says lay your head on, I can't remember.
My shoulder.
No, oh my God, it's so funny. There's just some really old songs about tears on a pillow. You remember this song?
Okay.
What's that?
I don't know.
Upon my pillow.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. That song. I forgot the lyrics, but my God, these kind of songs are really old. Or let's say Red Sail in the Sunset. These kind of songs.
Yeah.
Just the first line already. What? Red Sail in the Sunset. And you're just like, I'm by the beach. Every time I see a sunset, like I have these pictures of like song lines, and sometimes when someone speaks with me about something in my mind that just instantly click, I see complete picture. Even if I maybe interpret it completely different to what they have in mind, what they're trying to say, but you can just say one sentence and I see the like vivid details of.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you have it, but
I do that too sometimes. It helps me focus on what people are saying, actually.
Yes.
It's like creating like a movie out of it.
Yes, exactly. Like little scenery movies, even if it's just someone talk about landscape. You know, when you were mentioning earlier about the certain Arabic or like Middle Eastern grooves, you know. When you were saying that, I hear certain darabuka.
Same. Yeah, definitely.
And not only that, like I see they pour like a Turkish coffee.
Oh yeah.
I smell the aroma of coffee. So my senses just got
alive.
driven. It came alive. So when this is one of the things that something that tunes differently with my emotions when someone speaks about culture or language. I mean, even just you talking about I imagine when you say that you jam every day at home with the family. I just see the scene. I see the scenes, you know, and you're going to the marketplace with your sibling. I think so. Yeah, I see this but the market maybe is different to what the market that the scenery that but I have it in my picture, and this is like why I like the form of storytelling, because I in my culture is traditionally we are not allowed to have written accounts of things, only orally. Okay. And so, the point of doing this as well for me is because it's going back to the very old ways, rooted in these traditional ways. Information is passed on through orally much faster and absorbed much faster than when you read. You take time, you got to focus. Where when you're telling a story, you can be sitting like this and in this scene of something's happening in the ocean, right? But you can't read and then but you can fantasize things in your mind. So it's completely different thing. And so I think that storytelling is so powerful.
Oh, definitely.
If you pay attention, it's super powerful, and a lot of people learn. I learn a lot through oral storytelling, and because this comes the culture, comes the history, and there's so many other aspects to it that I learn about my roots from those things. And I like these different, and a variety of cultural people come here, and then different experiences as well. It's very enriching for me to learn, because like, of course my knowledge of culture is limited, of everything is limited. So there you go. I thought I know you, but there's the stories.
For sure. Definitely.
I love it.
How you were saying how, like, we were talking about how music can transport you somewhere. Yes. I find like Pink Floyd is a really good band for doing that.
God,
like, it just somehow,
please don't be all over.
Transports your body, like your soul comes out, and then it just like transported to heaven somewhere. It always reminds me when people talk about music transporting somewhere. There's Jimi Hendrix, Voodoo Child, the one on Electric Ladyland, the one that's like Child, like Chile. This version, for some reason, every time I listen to it, it takes me to this underground blues bar where Hendrix is playing, and there's like smoke in the air, like, aroma of cigarette smoke and everything, and like people drinking, and I don't know, this like really like dark, like bluesy, grungy kind of sound and everything, and it just like takes me to this specific place, like kind of like dark blue lighting with the smog everywhere and stuff, and
don't you miss that kind of ambience? Like you want to be in it, you want to experience that.
Yes, exactly.
Because there is something that in that environment, once you get out of it, completely different story, completely different scene, and it switches your emotion. Oh my God.
Yeah, I want to create more of that, I think. Like,
Pink Floyd, come on. And Jimi Hendrix, I mean.
Jimi Hendrix,
Prince. Like, I love Prince.
Prince, like more, that underground kind of underground bar blues scene.
Yes.
And like like real like soul and like dirty kind of like simple lyrics, simple riffs and everything, but like so much behind it, you know, that it just, even if you're there, it takes you somewhere as well too,
yes,
you know?
Yes. Oh, what a trance.
Yeah.
You just took me there.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to talk. I just want to be in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so powerful. Art is really powerful.
It is, yeah.
Transformative, life-saving platform of life.
Yeah.
So I just wish that it's a lot more financial support towards artists out there, because a lot of artists do starve.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Oh, especially nowadays.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, more so now.
During lockdown was so difficult for many of my professional artist friends, you know, because there's no gigs.
Yeah.
And that was their only, you know.
Mode of income.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I mean, even famous bands like, you know, Modest Mouse? Have you ever heard of them?
Maybe I know the songs. I'm so bad.
Yeah. What's it?
What are some of the songs? Sing Me a Line.
Oh, right. Already we all float on all night till the morning.
Where are they from? No, I don't think I know.
I think they're an American band. I'm not exactly
I'm going
sure,
to pretend not to know.
No, I saw them live, and then I talked to one of the lead singers, and he was saying that he doesn't make enough money off his music, and that he has to work in like a food truck and everything, and like just to like make ends meet and stuff. And these guys had like some really like big songs, and like they're really good artists and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like they're just not making the money, and it's too bad nowadays how DJs are making more money than like actual.
So
I don't want to say actual musicians, because some DJs are actual musicians.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
but nowadays it's just kind of like just people who like press play and like they get songs from other DJs and stuff.
But I mean, also people easily make more money from their song covers.
Yeah, exactly.
They just sing covers.
Yeah.
And like, let's say piano bar in downtown, it's $20 or $10 to get in, right?
Yeah.
And then there's my artist friends who have originals.
Yeah.
Sitting there for a whole hours, 1.5 hours, and they'll be lucky if somebody buy their album. Yeah. And then, you know...
I know what it is, though. It's 'cause
you do, for sure you do.
It's the... people want to feel like they're a part of it, you know? And, like, it's beautiful that, like, you have written your own song, that it's original and authentic, and it's incredibly beautiful.
But they can't sing the lines.
Unless they're encapsulated by it, which takes a lot, you know? Like, especially in today's day and age where we're, like, constantly have so many distractions, you know? And, like, when we don't have something stimulating us from the outside, we go into our phone and find some stimulus that way. And we're so... I found something that, like... none of us have patience anymore.
Oh, no.
You know? Like, we don't have patience to, like, sit down. I've felt like this a lot in my life where I felt like I'd have to speak quicker, you know? Opposed to, like, I'd rather just, like, speak slow and then, like really tell a story, you know what I mean? But not a lot of people have, like, space for that because their minds are so, like, scattered and, like, moving on to the, like, instant stimuli.
We have the attention span of a fly.
Yeah. Of a fish. Yeah, for sure. And
I mean, you know, they detect a little bit of the wave of wind. You know, once you move your hands like this, they're already gone.
Yeah.
But that's so true that you mentioned that. You know, we don't have any more of the patience to pay attention, and we'd rather speak really fast.
And it's like
I find myself.
The music the music's a sign of that as well too. The fact that it's like electronic music is the same rhythm, same beat over and over and over and over again, because people can't wrap their heads around something that's a bit more complex.
Yes.
But like if they can like be more focused and present, that like when you hear a rhythmic pattern that changes and evolves is so much more satisfying and so much more fulfilling. Like you feel like like you feel like at one moment you think you got it, and then they switch it up, and then you're like, oh, that's exciting, you know, like that,
Yes.
that like I didn't expect that to happen. You know, when it's not expected, that's the beautiful part about music. But when it's like boots, boots, boots,
Yeah,
like the same over and over again,
so
it's fun. It can be fun to dance to, for sure.
To a time limit, yeah.
Exactly.
That's why I like Bohemian Rhapsody, how it changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Within just the one, it's amazing.
And actually, even better than Bohemian Rhapsody, a lot of people don't even know this song. It's right before Bohemian Rhapsody on A Night at the Opera by Queen. Prophet Song. Prophet Song is probably Queen's, one of my, like, the best songs by Queen.
Yeah. Wow.
He does this like singing where it's like, and now I know, and now I know, and now I know, death all around, and he like layers his voice. But they were very experimental with it. So
I'm going to listen to this.
They did this thing. It's like quadraphonics kind of.
Okay.
So the music like circles around, and so when he's saying, and now I know, and it's coming from like the right to the left to behind you, and like his voice. If you listen to it on vinyl, that's when I was like tearing up how crazy it was. And so like it like into that song, because it literally feels like Freddie Mercury's head is just like spiraling above your head singing this song. And like, because you can hear it from like, it's multi-directional, you know? And like it also has depth, like some sounds like very far away
because of
like
the layers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's beautiful.
It's super powerful.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you won't get this experience with, I mean, you might get it with AI if you're great at giving the commands and stuff, but it just the fact that we're talking about a creator, a human creator, is like.
Yeah.
And the fact that this man is long gone physically, but he remains alive. I mean, we speak as he's still around us. I mean, he's not even...
In a sense, he is. Because if everything's frequency and vibration, the frequency he left behind still lingers, you know?
If you like this carrot juice, if you like that, when you finish, it's here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's how I felt. Oh, what is it? I think it was a few weeks back when the Whalers played in
my God, Danny, please.
Oh my God. Bob was there that night. 100% Bob was there. And he was crying because at one moment... Like,
who was there?
Bob Marley.
Oh, sorry. Oh, well.
Yeah, he was there. 100%.
Everyone said the same
was like all together. Like that was easily one of the greatest nights of my life because... Like
I have never felt anything like that.
So many people all like together, you know what I mean?
And you know, there's not one single bad vibe from one person. No, thousands of people.
So many, and like the whole Brunswick street was like completely blocked by people, and like cars tried getting through and they couldn't, and then the cops came, but not to like move people, but to direct traffic and everything. And that was such a beautiful moment. And I remember being on top of Ado, my friend's van, and dancing and like watching it all and everything, and how beautiful it is that we were like all in communion together. But and it was like clear skies, and then near the end, like it just started raining like a little bit, and I felt like it was like Bob, like from up there, just like crying and like showing his
what an interpretation
for
that's
all
amazing.
of us, you know, and
wow.
Like I truly felt his presence with us.
I mean, I was there, you know, like you see where the camera is, like you know, the camera is just less than a meter from the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm within that distance from the backstage, so it's just freaking powerful.
Yeah, so powerful.
I think that I know I'm never going to experience anything like that ever again, musically, in the form of this. It's like. It's hard to speak the depth of spirituality because I don't understand spirituality and I don't meditate, so I don't know how to describe it, put it into spoken words or written words. But if there's anything so profound, that was one of the moments is being there and to witness so much love amongst that many people because of a great spirit in the songs. Because the songs, when you listen to every one of it, it's like anthems, each single one of them. Anthems that speak so truthfully, which you and I easily connect to, relate to, and it's this
a mantra,
longing.
Actually, Michael Jackson talked about it. How like if you get a song that's catchy with words and everything, people will sing it over and over again, and it actually rewires your brain.
Yes,
because it's a mantra.
Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling?
And it's crazy because you've heard these songs so many times, but then
timeless.
When you hear it live, you hear it for the first time and you actually understand what he means. Like that night, I truly understood what it meant. One love, let's get together and be all right. Like I felt that like deep.
I came home and held my tears because when I went into the toilet, just before they started, when I got there, just before they went on stage, I went to the toilet and the Wailers came down from the stairs and I had this frozen second. It was so magical, and I was going back to the stage. Somebody came from behind me, and I just felt like somebody's behind me, and I just had this urge to look, and I looked. It's one of gentlemen. He smiled, and so we nodded to each other, and I was I didn't understand right what was happening to me, but it's happening. There is moments in life that can be like this. You know what was happening. You know who they are. He was wearing a black jacket, and he was going to the stage because this was within a few minutes before they start, and I kind of freeze for a moment after the nod and the polite greeting. And of course, like I let him go first, and I read the back of the jacket, the Wailers.
Wow.
And I just didn't quite know what to do right there and then, and I just follow him out, and I got out to the stage, and I was looking for my brother, and so I went to the left side of the stage when you're looking towards the road from the stage, from the back. Go towards the back, the left side. I couldn't find my brother. And when I walked towards the right side, towards where the bar was, then the singer, I saw the singer and I looked at him like he looks familiar, but I couldn't figure out where I have seen him. And I was like, where have I seen him? So we meet eyes, and then he smiled, I smiled, and so kind of polite greeting again. And I walked past him. But in my head, like, I've seen him somewhere. But then the thing, like, it didn't click to me that he's the singer, right? And it was a week later, or maybe, almost a week later, I figured out, you know how there's blind auditions?
Yeah.
And you can watch it on YouTube. Blind audition Netherlands, because like I'm like you, looking for new music on YouTube, and I go to blind auditions for new artists and stuff. And I used to watch this one from the Netherlands because I absolutely love the multiculturalism. And yeah, he was in that blind audition. It clicked to me. And he came singing one of Bob Marley's songs. All the chairs turned because he sounded like Bob Marley, right? And then he was in the Wailers that night singing there. And it clicked to me, oh my God, of course it's him.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to have that encounter. And while I was watching backstage, you know how they have a break for the song, and then the singer give a little speech and stuff. The other original gentleman I haven't met, he turned around because I was right behind. Turned around, we meet eyes. It was just, I'm sorry to rave about this, but it was just a beautiful experience. Turn around, and so I just go like this, just automatically go like this as a gesture of like gratitude. and then he goes doing the same thing, and then like do this to me. My knees were so weak and done. My knees. It's not for anything, nothing to do with bad energy. It was just this overwhelming sense of gratitude that you don't know how else to express to them, who brought so much joy to my life through music, that I am never going to trade this experience for anything. And I'm even today, I'm so grateful I was there to receive that much of small little few seconds of attention, let's say, but to be directly receiving it from the people who for decades put joy into so many people's lives. It's very profound, very, very profound. And I saw all the people dancing on top of a car. My goodness. I said, what happened to brunch tonight?
So good. I remember I was dancing on top of the roof and with like a bottle of white wine in my hand and everything, just enjoying my time. And then I met my friend, and she just like passes me her kid up onto the van, and I'm like, she has so much trust for me right now.
So
but
beautiful.
Obviously I was so protective of that kid and everything, and we were like dancing on top of the roof of the van together and stuff, and
so many people just got onto somebody else's van and dance, and they saw like from backstage, and for the first time Brans has you're crying. You're tearing up.
This is powerful stuff.
I know. For the first time, they had the barrier between the stage and they had just a low barrier between the stage, because otherwise people would just be all over the stage, which I would too. I'd just jump and want to dance with me, hug me, give me a little touch of joy.
Exactly.
It's so much respect and admiration continues on and on. It's just endless. It's timeless music, isn't it? It's enhanced my way of, when I listen to Bob Marley and the Wailers now, it's a different joy. It's
exactly. 100%. You see it in a new way. And like I was saying before, how you've listened to these songs so many times, and then when you hear them live, you actually fully understand what they're saying. And there was one that's like, could you be love? Could you be? And I didn't realize this, but he's talking about that, like all of us are love. The deepest truth in life that I find, if there's any truth to life, it's love, like pure unconditional love, like that love that your mother has for you when she's holding you for the first time, and like our ancestral mother Pachamama, the unconditional love that I felt from that, and that's always with us, and that's what we are. We're just like beings of like love, and it's like he was saying, could you be love? Just like opening up that question, being like, oh yeah, like could I be? Is that it? Is that all I am? And it's just beautiful, like seeing it in that way. And I remember like being on the rooftop with all my friends, and I'm so grateful for the friend group I have here, like so much so. And I really make a point now in my life to show that gratitude and to tell them. And I remember like getting everybody together, putting my arms around them and being just like, everybody, I am so grateful to be here today with all of you guys to experience this moment. Like you guys mean the world to me and everything. And like we had like a moment of bonding there and everything. And it was really
and
beautiful.
This is a great thing with traveling. Or being living in a different culture, to the familiarity that you are so comfortable in. Once you step out of the bubble, the comfort zone, it's a challenge, always a challenge to be in a new space, building new connections with others. And the greatest thing is that you become more open and not limiting yourself, and the interactions with other humans, don't you think it's become more valuable than the comfort zone that you knew once? And it helped shape you to understand who you are, and you know how we hold on to certain values in our life. With all that experience, the transformation in our life, our values change as well.
Yeah, definitely.
We might value this today.
Yeah.
Next week is another thing. It's like that's no longer important.
It refines our values, you know, and what it's made me realize also, like when I lived in the community in India for a year, it was very much like surrounded by people and everything and constantly. And what I realized is we're always like seeking perfection in others, you know, and at least me personally speaking, I almost expect others to be perfect because I was always cast out for being not perfect or like not good at things. So I expect people to be higher than me almost in a certain sense. And so when any of them like had a trait of like that wasn't so good or did something wrong or whatever, it like troubled me. But you can always find, like, what I realized, you can always find something bad in another person, you know? You can always find something that you don't like in another person. But like, it's, I think at the end of the day, it's what you focus on, because you can focus on that. And even with the friend group that I have now, like maybe we've been having like there's something that arises, some like gossip or whatever, and then you hear one bad thing and it almost just like erases all the beautiful things. Yeah, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let that happen, and I don't have space in my heart anymore for that hate and that resentment. And like, I'm not perfect either, and I think the people that are around you are just a reflection of you.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So when they make mistakes, like, you have to have like forgiveness as you would have for yourself. And I have like a motto in life that's like, accentuate the positive in another and give support to the negative, you know? Because if like you're always holding people to their shit, always holding people to their negative side, then it's just accentuating it, and it's causing them to be more like that, and
it amplifies their,
and it doesn't give them like space to change. It just makes them focus on that even more, which is giving more energy to that.
Yes.
Opposed to, we should be more forgiving with ourselves, and then focus more on the good, and then that kind of like makes the bad stuff less important. That's something that I found recently.
And it's certainly a path to growth.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not easy to practice. Quite often we advise our own self, like, I'm gonna not go that way. I'm gonna focus on this, and it's the consistency of practice that will get you there. Yeah. Saying it one thing, meditating through it one thing, but then the real action through real practice when you're with other people. Because, you know, animals don't, like, a dog doesn't challenge us the way our friends challenge us, our families challenge us. And so it's always funny when someone say, I hate humans, I love animals. And I'm thinking, well, if something were to happen and you find yourself in an urgent situation, it's highly likely that cats are not going to ring 000 or 911. It's more likely to be the human who's coming to say, I need an ambulance to come right there. So,
and what they're really saying is that they hate themselves, actually. Because if you hate others, you... and the reason why you like animals is because they are constantly just loving and like they don't see any faults.
A cat still scratch you though.
Yeah, cat.
It's their nature.
I'm talking about dogs more so. Dogs are just very, well, not even all dogs, but a lot of dogs are just like pure love and like,
of course,
can always forgiving and everything. The thing is, like, we're not like that. We're so self-judging of ourselves. Like you're as judgmental on yourself as you are others.
Yes.
So if you're always constantly judging, if somebody's constantly judging you, that's just a reflection of how much they judge themselves and how much inner turmoil that they're going through, that they feel like they have to like get it out and put it on to other people. You know?
What do you think, like on social media, these things are crazy.
Yeah.
The comments
that can be keep track of
that. I was talking to Kali and Kali, that's how I should say his name. Swedish. Kali. Yeah. Kalle, I think it's Kalle and Itai. And we were talking about, because one of their videos, somebody filmed them playing at the where Max and them in front of the
rails.
The bank, the National Bank next to the
Commonwealth. The other one.
Next to Great Northern.
Yeah.
And the guys always bus there. And one of the times the bus was in the daytime, somebody filmed.
Yeah.
And just simple video, about a few seconds, a few minutes, and there's like all of them. I know them in a video, and the comments, it just went over 1 million views within one night, right? And the comments were so nasty, some of them, just based on assumption.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, these are some of the most creative people in the community.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful human beings, other than, people who practice art and focus and, give so much in terms of music and joy and not being paid in the streets, and they just have crazy comments. And I mean, like, I could be hurt, but I could not because I know them. But then I just think, really, it can happen to anybody because there's a lot of people who just want to say something and they don't quite know just how to say it.
Yeah.
Maybe they never train themselves how to say their message. It may be negative message, but I mean, you don't have to put somebody down. And I'm thinking, if you're going to attack something, I think you should attack an idea. You should argue about an idea, maybe not necessarily attack, rather than attack a person.
Yeah.
Because a person is a person. We have all that flaw, whatever, flaws. But I think the fact that we tolerate. Pardon?
There's a lot of trolls, trolling, and then also people feel this confidence behind a screen because it's like road rage, for example.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you're all a tough guy and everything until that guy gets out of his car. You know what I mean? And then you see the actual human being that you're honking at and that you're sticking the middle finger up at and everything.
Yes.
Because we have this disassociative feeling that it's more so the car that we're honking at. And then it's the same thing with like people commenting on posts on social media and everything. That it's just, they...
And that's the thing that when you start to get better at something, not everyone is going to support you.
Yeah.
And not everyone is going to find a comfortable feeling within themselves to say, hey, they're good. I admit they're good. I wonder how I can get that good. Yeah. And we can be like driven by like, oh God, they're more successful than me. I don't like it. And they've gone advanced really fast. It can be like that with some.
Oh, for sure. Especially musicians. Like I even have caught myself feeling that way too. And like making up these judgments of others just because I'm not where they are, And it's happened to me a few times. And then I just catch myself and I'm like, no.
But it's great you realized it and you don't want to keep going down that path.
Yeah, for sure.
And, would you like carrot juice?
No, I'm okay.
No, okay,
Thanks,
okay. It's a lot of ginger.
Oh, yeah?
You sure?
Yeah, maybe I'll try some, sure.
You like it?
I like ginger carrot juice.
Ginger. Would you like some? A lace of coffee. Carrot juice. So this is.
Need some Baileys.
Yeah, the recipe is carrot juice. Just get a bunch of organic carrot juice. It's very nice. Ginger, lemon juice. Put a lot of lime or lemon. Orange, yeah, as well.
Orange. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, it's really good. I love it. That's actually what I get at Boost all the time. It's like orange, carrot, ginger, and beetroot, actually.
Oh, yes. I like beetroot. I prefer to have it when it's boiled, and then I put seasoning into it.
Yeah.
Or just eat it as it is.
Yeah.
What's the... I'm curious. When you came to Australia, because you're from Canada, how different is the food?
The food is pretty much the same. I think Australia and Canada are both like new countries, so we don't have much of a food culture. It's more just like food from around the world. But like Canadian food is pretty similar to Australian, like a chicken palmy, you know? It's pretty like basic and not like...
Do you have pies in Canada?
No, we don't do pies.
Oh, because Australia is like so big on pies. You know, they have pie festivals down south. Yeah,
I don't even like pies, to be honest. Like the meat pies, I think it looks like what it looks like on the other end. The inside of a meat pie looks like...
If you would like to try the best pies around here, not in the Shire, you could go to Lismore. Okay. There is one stall they opened by the side of a road, like somewhere in front of a shop. Yeah. And they always, I'm not sure where it was, but I don't know if they still have it because Lismore was flooded. And for years, they're known to be really good pie people. People will go all the way there and get the pies because the way they make it, the flour bit. Yeah. Whatever it's called, it's different. It has this crispy, crusty. Yeah. It's not this, and the flavor, it doesn't taste like the pie that you get from. Yeah. It's not really like it's more up there.
There's some pies that I do like. I mean, I don't hate them, and I'd eat them if I had to. But I like the quiche. I like quiches more.
Okay.
I just love eggs, actually.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's super easy.
I feel like chicken is the most valuable animal to be eaten. Like, I could just survive off chicken.
Oh, really?
Like, I could eat it every single day, and eggs as well, too. Eggs for breakfast, chicken for lunch and dinner every single day. I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
And like, I can just survive off of that.
Yeah. So you don't eat much meat other than just chicken?
No,
you do.
I eat like lamb and steak and something.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What about seafood?
Oh, I love seafood. Like mussels.
That's the one I can eat every day. Mussels boring for me.
Yeah?
Yes.
You like oysters more?
Well, I used to like oysters more, but I haven't really touched it in a long time. I just don't really trust anymore.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know where they really come from, really. But Byron Bay is so unique in a way because throughout the years, I buy seafood. I go all the way to Ballina to get fresh seafood that's locally. They fish them and...
Oh, yeah, like Northern Rivers.
Yes, I go there and get my fish, my other seafood. But then, what I do, I'd freeze. I'd, clean them up and freeze them. And so I don't like shopping. And so I just take, the bits and pieces. But it's been very amazing being in Byron because when some lovely people find out that I like seafood, I get free fish.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And so sometimes I can't eat it all, so I freeze them and I get tuna, I get snappers. I mean, a whole snapper, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. They go fishing and I get given these things, so it helps with the financial side. I mean,
you go crabbing as well too.
Yeah, well, I don't. I've tried mud crab.
Yeah.
So big. It's very delicious.
So, so buttery and everything.
Yes, it's depending on how you cook as well. I mean, when it comes to shellfish, really super easy. It's not complicated. I mean, fish is super easy as well.
Yeah.
To steam, and what I like about seafood is that you don't need to put so much flavor because salt is a natural food enhancer.
Oh, for sure.
So even if you just put salt.
Yeah. Or if you have the sea salt from the ocean.
Yeah,
well,
and then you squeeze the lemon on top or lime, and then you add dill or something super simple,
Yeah.
And then a little cayenne pepper, whatever. It just
sometimes simple is the best.
Oh yes. You taste the flavor. What I don't like is also sometimes. I mean, I don't mind spicy food, but sometimes when it's so much put into, you raise the flavor of the seafood, and then you taste so much of the spice.
Yeah.
And it could be anything because you fry it so crispy, and then you cook with spices on top of it.
And it becomes something else.
Yeah, you smell the fish, but that's it.
Yeah.
You don't taste it anymore. So
have you ever had pink lotus?
What's pink lotus?
It's in Brunswick and Mullumbimby. it's like a restaurant.
I don't eat out much.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because I cook.
They have seafood laksa. Oh my god, it's so good. It's amazing. It's like spicy.
Inspiring for me. I'll cook it next time.
Yeah.
Cook it next time. We're jamming soon anyway. So
laksa is Indonesian, no? Or?
I don't know. Maybe it's Malaysian.
Oh, true.
Could be both.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I learned about curry in Australia when I get to Australia, and I was like, curry's from India. Okay, I have no idea. So, and I learned my first introduction to curry was a Thai green curry.
Okay, yeah.
And I didn't know what a Thai green curry was, and it's green paste.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to enjoy it. Because it was so rich.
Yeah.
And actually, it wasn't so much the richness, but I think the person ate too much salt.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So that's like, it burns the top of my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It's sort of bleach my tongue in a way because it's so salty, and I just thought like, I don't like this. But then I tried to eat another green curry elsewhere. It wasn't anything like that at all.
Yeah.
And then later on, I explore cooking curries my way. And I just figure the ingredients, and then I would rearrange the method of cooking. And I taught myself to cook a lot because from not knowing how to cook, because my mom's a great cook, so it's just so I always and her food is not complicated. It's super simple. I mean, she make things like tortilla, which is very common. There's also a dish that I really like. She make potato soups with chicken.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And she makes. I'm sorry, I'm talking like Australian with chicken. Everything's end with a question mark, like this, every sentence. And I also enjoy this dish that I think was influenced by the Portuguese. They would fry potato chips. And they, I don't know, she would put some other things, dry fish. Like actual snapper or something, right? They sun-dried.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I don't know what she does, but then it would be shredded potato chips on tomato sauce or some kind of paste like that. Oh my God, it's so fabulous. Tastes beautiful. Just a little bit of chili and fresh tomatoes and stuff. It's just, she cooks so wonderfully. So I really explore the flavor from childhood when I cook. And then I realized, wow, there's so much food from everywhere. Mediterranean style. And I fell in love with Caribbean style of cooking.
Yeah.
And I learned to cook oxtail. I didn't know it's such a delicious meal, oxtail. So I cooked that. I bought a book. And then what I love about Caribbean cooking is it reminds me of the ingredients from home, like the staple, like the main course, like pumpkin, green bananas.
Yeah.
We use green bananas, cassava.
Have you ever had jambalaya?
Oh no, I haven't. The name is so good.
Jambalaya.
It's jambalaya.
It's so good. I believe it's Brazilian, and you take a pumpkin.
Yes.
And then I think you like wrap it in tin foil, you like bake it, and then you put like a bunch of seafood in it, and there's this like jambalaya sauce that's kind of like spicy a bit, and then you mix it with like the pumpkin and the seafood and everything, and it's kind of like a soupish, and then it's inside of the pumpkin. It's so good. It's amazing. My mom used to make
we
it
should
all the
cook
time.
this. We should make this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we really need to make.
And there's so many Brazilians around here. I'm sure we could get like.
No, but recipes are on the internet. We get original recipe. You know what I like about cooking? I actually before I cook a dish, like my first time. If I were to cook first time cooking a specific dish, I go to the most authentic, original recipe as I possibly can find, and then follow that step by step and see how the originals taste. If it meets my desire, then I continue to hold on to the. If it doesn't, I would alter some things that meets how I like it to be. I would alter one, or I don't know, maybe not necessarily alter the ingredients, but the way of preparing it, cooking it. So that will, like, just to see. And quite often I experimented a few times to really get the right flavor that I really want. And so that's like in itself, you create your own art. So how people go and see Mona Lisa, right? And then they go home and then they recreate Mona Lisa in their own version, they scream in their own style. That kind of basically a similar thing like this. But it's a great experimentation. You learn to be very patient when you're cooking, but the mess.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm a very clean person, but
when it's cooking for me,
messy.
It's cooking, I have to. How do you cook? When you prepare your stuff?
Oh, I'd
love to know.
Chop everything up and like crush it, and then. Like sometimes, like I'll throw away if it's too crowded while I'm going and everything, and then while things are cooking, that's when I like wipe down the counters, and like I like to be pretty efficient with it.
Mine is like I have to, after I wash all the things, I need to, and then chop one thing at a time, put them all in bowls, in sections.
Oh, okay.
I have to be like, has to be like everything must be there. So the process of cleaning and cutting, that's like the first rituals, right? And everything in the right order. So there's this one, because I can have crushed garlics, but also I have to have it all in different bowls, because I might use it for the first starting with the oil to brown the garlic, but then later on I will have the garlic to do the sauce that I will put on top of that dish, let's say, And so there's 2 different bowls of garlic, or 3 to 4 different bowls of garlic, because then sometimes I may add raw garlic on top. So it's just, that's why then I have so many dirty looking dishes, but it's not really dirty because I just put, green shallots and red shallots and all that. So all of that, if it's not ready, my brain doesn't function. And it's an absolute mess. So the mess for me is more like so many dishes to wash after. But it's like more like you just need to rinse them, really, if it's just, fresh onion there.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I don't like to have the smell, so you have to wash it.
Yeah,
I don't like to have the smell of onion.
Yeah, but like
Very
if it's
strong.
like eggplant or like peppers or something, then you can just probably wash it.
Because once all of the preparation is done, it's super easy to take the steps in the cooking. And I love once the hot oil sizzles. You put the garlic and the aroma.
Oh, it's so good.
You cook often?
Yeah, fairly often. Unfortunately, I think when I lived in India, it got me into a bad habit of eating out all the time.
Oh yeah, it's just affordable, very affordable.
Yeah. It was cheaper to like eat out than it was to make myself.
Where in India did you go to?
I was living in a community called Oroville. It was like built in the 70s. People from like 57 different countries around the world built it. Yeah, it's got this like big golden globe in the middle with like a crystal ball that channels the sunlight and the moonlight into another crystal ball.
No
that's
way.
in a silent meditation chamber. and then next to it they have this banyan tree that is
banyan tree.
Oh my, it's crazy.
You know, in my because we are Indians, in my place, it's called the tree of life as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Well, you live like it's a what you call a spiritual paradise.
Yeah,
a little world.
Oh, it is. It really is, and it's one of the biggest communities in the world, as well. And it was such close to Pondicherry, so like French colonized area.
Oh.
Yeah. So there was a lot of French there.
You wouldn't think that. I thought it was just the English who's.
No.
Oh, it's so.
Yeah.
See, it's always something to learn.
Well,
the Portuguese definitely, definitely, because some
Goa,
because I hear in the songs as well when they sing, you know. My friend is from Goa, and when he posted this stuff, he's like, the essence of Portuguese, left over, remnants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they're very Catholic. A lot of Catholics in.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But no, this place was like a place with like no religion, race, or creed, you know.
That's beautiful.
And they were trying to do like a non-monetary system as well too, where you have this Orville card.
Barter?
And no, honestly, it's like the system's really bad for the non-monetary. So it's like, because there's this Orville card that you load money onto anyways, and then you pay with the card. But only some places accept the Oro card and other places don't. It's because like Oroville, it's big, but there's still some places in Oroville that like the landowners wouldn't sell and that they still own, you know.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So not all of it is owned to Oroville.
You stayed there for a long time?
A year. Yeah.
Oh, that's a year. Wow.
I studied sound therapy there. Yeah, I worked in a sound therapy center.
Can you explain more about that?
Yeah, for sure.
Please do. I'm so interested.
Actually, going to India for a year was like a big thing for me because I was. It was the first time in my life that I'm a like third generation carpenter. I've been doing carpentry for a while, working in construction and everything, and it was just something that came naturally to me, and like it paid the bills and everything, but it wasn't fulfilling. Like I felt like I have like a lot more to offer, and music's my biggest passion. So it was the first time I like quit everything to like focus on music for a full year. Started volunteering at this sound therapy center, and so I went there thinking that I was gonna like stop carpentry and everything, and the first project that they threw me into in the sound therapy place was building these sound therapy beds. So like
came in handy.
Mixing music and carpentry
and
together.
And the skill,
yeah. And so these beds, like you lay down on them and they send healing frequency through your body through these things called exciters or transducers, and you put them at like specific nodes that have like use the acoustic body, and it's pretty much you have like the tone board is what you sit on or lay down on, and it's the same as like a guitar. The tone board is like the board on top where like the resonance goes through and affects it and everything. So like you'd be laying on that and then you'd feel like the vibration frequency from whatever you want to put on.
Wow.
Yeah, I had it hooked up to a gong one time, like a microphone to a gong.
Wow.
And then so I was laying down on it and someone was playing the gong, and it literally felt like I was laying down on a gong.
Oh,
and
wow.
Like all the like the ripples,
yes,
vibrations and everything and stuff, and it's so powerful.
Wow.
And I learned so much there as well too. Like we had a lot of guest speakers, like world renowned for sound and music and everything, and realized how powerful sound is as well too. Like I had this philosophy before I came there already. I would like go to music festivals and then I'd recognize this like cosmic this cyclistic energy between the audience and the musicians.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And like the more the audience was in it, the better the band played, and the better the band played, the more the audience was into it, you know? And like we were feeding off each other. But there was like even more to that, and like if if you focus really deeply on a sound, you actually can amplify it. You know, there's volume in terms of like physical volume, but then there's volume in another way where it like can just amplify it, so it seems, so it appears louder. And it actually, what I realized, that like anything, the existence of anything depends on attention, your attention and intention. So your attention gives it the canvas. How big the canvas is how much attention you put to it. So that person is only gonna play as much as the audience is attentive to it. You know, they can only go as far as that.
Of course, yes.
But what I realize is like, even if me just as an individual focuses on somebody playing guitar, like a guitar solo, I focus on it and I'm so present with it. There's this like crossover when you don't know which is cause and effect, you know? Like, yeah, he's playing and I'm listening, but like I'm having an influence on him playing because I'm so attentive to it that it's actually amplifying the sound. And I was thinking this and realizing this, and then in one of the guest speakers, he was talking about the observation theory, and that anything when come into observation changes based off that person's perception of it. And they did it with a frequency. They had like a silent room and they'd play a frequency, constant frequency, and they'd have like different people coming in, and that based off the person's attention, that frequency would change, you know. And they weren't doing anything to it. It was just like the observation of it. And it makes so much sense, because like, what is a conductor? You know, conductor of an orchestra conducts the orchestra, but a conductor is also like conducts like electricity, you know. And that's what it is. Like, we're actually conducting electricity, and the audience,
yes,
you don't realize it, but has such an influence on the musicians. And this started me into like, wait, how much influence do we actually have in the world, you know? And we don't realize it, but we have so much influence on everything around us. It got to a point where like, when I first showed up to Australia with this like knowledge and everything, because we all have this power, but the more that you realize it and the more that you see it, the more it becomes true, you know? And it got to a point where like, I would go to drum circles, and if I wasn't feeling it or wasn't in a good vibe, the drum circle would suck. You know, like, it's like almost like, because I knew that
because you're channeling that energy,
I would bring it down, you know.
Yes.
But then if because I played with this, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try being like mellow, see what happens, and then it mellowed it out. But then when I was like, okay, I'm gonna like start dancing around and like stomping my feet and everything, and then it started getting all in sync again, and really good. And then, but I struggled with that for a bit, because I'm like, I don't want to have this much control over my environment, because then it's so, I feel like too much responsibility, you know, to like always like keep the vibe up. Like, I couldn't be how I was feeling. I always felt like forced to like be happy and be like really good vibes, you know, for the sake of everybody around me.
And who do you feel forced by? Yourself? Your own self?
I feel forced by the environment at the time, because I realized I had this influence and I had this power. But it's crazy how it's evolved, actually. Now I go to these things and I realize that like, I can have this power if I choose to, you know, if I give focus to it. But I can also sit back and enjoy it.
Let it be.
And just let it be, you know. It's not always dependent on me.
Yeah.
If I don't need to.
Yes. Yeah. And like, for me who drums, you know, it's I apply a certain mentality. I get out, I know I'm going to drum, whether I bring a drum or drumsticks or nothing, because I know I'm going to drum. I know, like, before I even got out of my place, I even get into a car with my friends. I know that I will drum, right? So just knowing that, then you know the magic is that I don't even have to worry about who's going to give me their set of drum because I'm not bringing mine. Who's going to give me the drumstick because I'm not taking mine.
Yeah.
I know I can just go there. Somebody will give it to me because they already know I'm always playing with them. And the case is always like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 4 djembes.
Yeah.
A darabuka, I never bring it. I have drumsticks. Once in a while, I might bring a drumstick. Last week, I brought drumstick.
Yeah.
But in the end, I didn't even play any of the dunduns. I was on a cowbell. I was on a darabuka because as soon as I arrived, and a cajon. As soon as I arrived, somebody's like, get off the cajon and give me the darabuka because he was sitting on his cajon in the darabuka, and so that's it. And so when you go with the mindset and you already know this is what you're going for, this is what's gonna happen. It happens like that. And so when I see people dance or don't dance, I'm not worried. I don't feel responsible. I'm just drumming. I'm drumming, and all I need to be quite aware of is like, am I in tune with everybody? And so sometimes, of course, that section is drumming different beats to this section here, and I'm trying to fit in, but it's like nobody's at fault because sometimes, when you're so far from each other, you don't really hear each other.
For sure.
And so the thing that I learned is to maybe warn my other friends is that we're playing different beats. And so then once one side is aware that we're playing different beats, and we try to follow the other one, so that then we all harmonize. And this is such a magic when you have friends that doesn't mind listening to you and say, we are actually playing different beats, we are not in harmonize with each other. And well, then let's harmonize because they can't hear us, so let's listen to them.
Exactly.
And so I think, like you said, the focus is to let it be.
Yeah.
Then you stop worrying. You stop being responsible.
Yeah, exactly. And you can complement it when you decide that you're in the right space to complement.
The responsibility that you have is really to live the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
And enjoy it.
Present in it.
Yeah.
I found this when drumming as well too, because you can there's a underlying beat that everybody's playing off.
Yes.
And each person is kind of playing something along to that, or their own interpretation of that beat. And it's really cool because I'm able to sometimes pick certain people's out, and then they'll play something and then I'll respond as well. Then they'll respond and then I'll respond back.
Yes.
And then, but you can do this and pick who you choose to amplify.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And okay, he's playing that, I'm gonna mimic that, so then that amplifies him as well too, and then we're jamming together while still keeping the underlying beat and everything. But it's something that you can just sit back and cruise for a while until you feel the inspiration to add that extra ticka ticka ticka, or that extra accent on it.
I understand what you mean, because sometimes people bring guitars, electric guitars, and there's even bass and trumpets, the drum circle, there's drum kits always there as well. And sometimes that conversation through music, engaging, is so interesting because somebody might go with the ta-da-ta-ta-ta-da, with the guitar, right? Comes with the melody like that, and then the djembe goes in response,
exactly.
Just that. It's so beautiful because, of course, my voice doesn't sound right, but but when you listen to the two different instruments conversing with each other, and you just think, oh my God, this is so good. Why wouldn't you get lost in this?
Exactly.
I also because my love for dancing. I don't have a trained dancing skill, but it makes me dance I don't know, with this sense of gratitude, like I'm dancing, like I can't. I'm just so lost in this. I'm just dancing, and so when my favorite thing is being on a dundun because I'm standing. I'm standing with two drumsticks, and like while I'm hitting it, I don't think about the beat. I'm dancing while I'm doing it. I get to dance. When you're on dunduns, you get to dance. When you're on a djembe, yeah, you get to dance while you're tapping the djembe, but nothing like the experience that I get from a dundun.
Yeah.
It's just everything moves. The hands, you play the drumsticks.
Sure.
But even with the drumstick, you have to kick. So you're sitting, and you're still dancing, right, with your feet. But with the dunduns, you don't worry about your feet. You're just like on top here, and it's a different flavor of joy. I think the drum circle is a very pivotal part of Byron character or the Byron Shire character, because it's an international, multicultural. It's so diverse with all the people that comes together, and some of the things that I experience that I kind of feel sometimes like, oh, please don't do this, because some of the particular drummers, they want to control the beats or the it's just stay with the one beat, and it's too monotonous, the same thing over and over, and sometimes like, oh yes, because this is an African beat and we need to play this, and that's forgetting the fact that we all come from different places, and it's an improvisation. So my way of seeing it is like, okay, we are all from different places. We're coming together to listen to music, to play music, to dance together, to share one common space, one common culture, one common tradition for that moment. It's a cherished moment to make memories, right? To remember. And so the mentality that I apply is I don't want to control who plays what. Because I understood really quickly after seeing the attempt to control from certain fellow drummers, I understood really quickly a long time ago that, you're coming here. I'm from my island. I don't have something that I stick to from my island and say, come and play this. You got to play this. I don't like to be told that I've got to play an African way with the skill. And I'm thinking, like, I'm not from Africa though. I can't do that. So I can only put my beats. Not even from my culture, but my own beat. And as long as I am in tune with everybody, able to harmonize with everybody, and everybody, they come with the Middle Eastern essence, someone with, Hindi, like from India, you hear something so different. And then you have someone from Ghana, it's just like, excellent, put together all of these, conversing together, and then there's no control, but you're listening to each other. It was just superb. For me, it's sublime, and that's something that I learned about when you're jamming together with percussions, things like this. There is no, you can't stick to just a one culture, one way of particular culture. Of sticking to that rhythm, because not everyone understood the same thing or understand the same thing. And so I like the drum circle that it can evolve. When it gets stuck, like you say, then it brings down the joy. But when it allows, it's not forcing on one thing. When it allows, then wow.
Yeah. There was like near the end of summer, the drum circles were getting really good, and like the fire spinning as well too. But I remember somebody brought like a timpani drum, like a big drum, like timpani.
Yes.
So good. And I think like the last two before summer ended, those drum circles were like the best drum circles I've ever been to. And
oh, really?
The rhythm was so on point and so good, and it wasn't like stagnant. It wasn't the same how it usually is. It's usually like that. It's like reggaeton almost kind of beat.
Oh, wow.
And no, that's how it usually is. It's usually like, you know, but this time it was like different, and like we were doing like cool things all the time, and yeah, it was really amazing. Yeah.
And I one time went late to the Brunswick one on a Sunday drum circle, and everyone was like going away, and I went late, and there was a saxophonist player. Oh, and it was just a few. There was about 5 people left. Yeah. There was a drum kit. My friend Laurent had it, and he wasn't playing anymore. So you know, I'm not like you. So I was just drumming really slowly on the drum kit, trying to find a beat, you know. And what it was just amazing, because the guy, the musician he's new, I think, very young, beautiful young man. He was with this amazing sound that he produced with sax, and I had to be so careful not to ruin it.
Yeah.
And I was just tapping really, really gentle, and I was so timid. And of course, like when you hear somebody so good and you're not a drummer, and you're just trying to do the snare and the kick and a little hi-hat thing, I was so nervous that I thought, oh my God, he's going to say something to tell me to stop. We held it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was like so grateful that he didn't tell me to stop. And we were going to come home. I went with my friend Adi, and he said, excuse me. And I got so nervous because I thought he was going to tell me to, like, can you just stop? That's what I thought. Assumption, you know. Out of fear, because you're not professional. And he said, can you please do some reggae beat?
Nice.
Oh, darling, sweetheart, I'm sorry. I don't drum. But that's the thing, that you see what I was doing? I regret it.
Yeah.
Rather than asking him, can you help me?
Yeah.
Can you advise me? What do I have to do to get this reggae beat so we can progress?
Yeah.
I got so freaking nervous because he's just such a sweetheart. And I cut myself off. You see the self-limitation?
Yeah.
You put it on yourself. It's nobody else. Either I have to share this story because I've done it multiple times.
Masters of setting limitations.
Yes. Nobody. He didn't set it for me.
We're the only ones who set it.
I set it for myself. Yeah. And I said, I'm sorry. I don't drum. And so one time...
But you do drum.
Yeah, but one time, this is one of the best lessons I've had. A few years ago, my friend Adi, you know Adi?
Yeah.
We went to the drum circle down the beach because it's our spot. We went there daily, and it was in the summertime. And I was always like exploring different beats with him, because you know how the opening and the ending of when you play djembe, you know, or and then you start. Yeah, we always do that, and it's like so boring sometimes for us, and because we always, and so we just, and I was experimenting with what kind of rhythm, and it's like, he said, stick to that. We could do that as an opening, and then a mid section, and then, you know, like even the ending. And so we got it now. We got it now after different times of keeping it up, and then we got other friends as well to play along with it. We got it. It's really great. And in one moment, someone said to me, it was very profound, because it's Adi, myself, and this audience, just the 3 of us, but we're just jamming. Everyone's left by the toilet, the car park. We're sitting there, and then And then this person say, wow, I really enjoy your drumming. I wish I could drum like those beats. I wish I could do those beats. And yeah, my friend Adi called me out because I said, "Oh, I don't really drum. I don't really know."
No,
I thought I was being modest, right?
Yeah.
And Adi, didn't let go of that. Great friend. That's the important of having good friends. The guy left, and he looked at me like, "Stop being pretentious." He said it to my face. So pretentious, man. Like, come on. Like, people acknowledge they're enjoying it, and he's like, "Oh, I don't drum." What were you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
What were you doing here if you were not drumming?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that shut me up. Ever since I stopped saying, it was really good. It was big. And I sent him a message because he lectured me. I got home, I sent him a message, big brother, because that's what I call him, big brother. Thanks so much. But you know what? It's painful when your friend tell you the truth and you're just like, it hurts, Honestly, Danny, who doesn't feel this thing when their friend tell the truth?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a very honest critic. And I felt privileged to have not necessarily win the honest critic, but to have been given the honest critic and allowing self-reflection. That was very profound. Around 12 o'clock in the night, I sent him a message. I just couldn't sleep because I was... You imagine when someone says something to yourself, you don't sleep, you think about it. And there was no space on like getting back at him. I didn't allow that. I knew I couldn't allow that. But I didn't know how am I going to make sure that he understand I didn't take it personally. Because it could affect him too. So I sent him a message, just understand that I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful. And it gave me the chance to say that, keep doing it, like keep letting me know because I'm learning. And he's a great teacher for that, And so now it's just simple, thank you. When someone says, I like the beats, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And then you want to drum with us, and it's simple.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that sometimes as well too.
You do that as well?
Yeah.
Thank God, I don't feel alone.
It's a typical musician thing as well too. I think it's like you're your own worst critic. So when somebody compliments you, to be honest, I think that just shows you that it actually just doesn't matter what other people think about music. Your music, it only matters what you think. Because if you're not happy with it, you're not going to be happy with it if anybody tells you. But if you are happy with it, you're going to be happy with it no matter if somebody tells you.
But you know what I like is the word that you call out, pretentiousness. Stop.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Not now, not anymore, but it's sting only at that time because like it's thrown to your face.
Yeah.
And how many of us actually able to like really like get something like that from a friend?
Yeah,
because quite often our friends is just being so supportive of us, say all the positive things and great music, but I'm gonna have to go. I'm sorry, I'm not listening. I'm busy. Yeah. Probably tells us something else, but anyway, have you produced any album?
No.
Are you writing anything for album?
I should. I'm not really. Like I said, like all my guitar playing is kind of improvised.
Yes.
I should work on something eventually. That's kind of my goal is like before the year end is to produce something.
Are you're still doing carpentry, right?
Yeah.
Carpentry is how you say it. Carpentry. Carpentry.
Yeah.
And with carpentry, did you go to school to learn this?
No, I'm like third generation. So my grandfather came from Germany and he built like 200 homes in our area. We have a street named after us.
Wow.
And then he taught everything to my dad and my dad taught everything to us.
What a legend. So, Street name after your granddad's name.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah. Vogel place.
Thanks, Opa.
Yeah, thanks, Opa. Yeah, definitely.
So you speak German?
Oh, bisschen, very little bit.
Can you say something in German? Maybe I understand. Who knows?
Not so much, to be honest. It's been a while.
What can you remember? Like from home, maybe food-wise, and what your mom said or your dad said in German, maybe. Or
there's some words like, it's funny. I would use this word all the time, and I thought it was English actually because I was brought up with it. And then I said it around my friends, and they're like,
"What's?"
I asked for the Waschlappen, and the Waschlappen is like a hand cloth. Like that you wash your hands with and everything. A Waschlappen is like a very specific...
Waschlappen?
Waschlappen.
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 Yeah, and it's like a very specific washcloth that you use. It's got a hole in it for your hands.
Yes,
you like use it to wash your face. But I just used it as like a generic washcloth.
Oh.
So I asked my friend for a Waschlappen. and they're like, what the frick is a Waschlappen, bro? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, bro, come on. Like,
Waschlappen.
Yeah, Waschlappen, you know?
It's so funny how you think that was in English.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
That's so
said
cool.
it. I thought everybody knew that.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Like I have certain things that I never knew it was Portuguese in my language, because we sing and we say it in my childhood. We always say it's the word lenço. And lenço is a Portuguese word for handkerchief.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and then I go to the newest, the younger generation. Like they don't speak the old kind of. They don't really speak much of our language anymore because they kind of influenced by other languages, and they tend to step away from it. So when I mean, my language is the best that I can speak with them, you know. They're not even speaking English. Not that many who speak English as well. So when I say the word lenço, they don't understand me. But if I talk to the opas, the grandpas, the omas, the grandmas, yeah, they understand me. Yeah. And then we have Dutch words. Dutch and some German words as well. Yeah. I think Rangsel maybe is a German word for backpack.
Oh yeah, Rucksack. I think.
You say Rucksack?
Yeah.
Okay, we say Rangsel. Rangsel. Yeah. What's the table?
I don't know that.
You don't know. Okay. What's a thank you?
Thank you, Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Yeah, I know that one.
Or Danke.
And bitte?
Bitteschön is like
you're welcome. And I know the word I love you. Ich liebe dich. That's the one that is so good. But I know a swearing word.
Yeah.
I think it's scheisten.
Scheisse.
Oh, scheisse.
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 Yeah.
Oh, I only say scheisten.
Oh, shit.
But somehow they understood it.
Yeah.
What is the impression that you get when you hear people speak German? When you just, not to you, but if you go out and you hear people speak German, what's evokes in you? What's the impression that you?
I like it. I think I've always liked the German accent as well too. I think just because like my Oma and Opa, my grandparents.
Yeah.
And it's just like family, like home for me and everything.
Oh yes.
It's yeah, it just reminds me of them, to be honest. So it's nice. I like when people speak German and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people say it's like a harsh language and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like
when a girl speaks it, it's softer.
Yeah.
But I think when I think maybe I don't know if it's a certain part of Germany. Maybe I'm not sure. Because a friend of mine asked once, like, what's the German sound to when I speak? I said, it's a war declaration. Because it was
very emphatic.
Have you listened just to say excuse me? It's like Entschuldigung. I think it's something like this. Yeah, it's quite strong, you know. Mm-hmm. And the intonation is it's amplified really loud, and you don't know whether are you angry or not. And so I thought it's more like a war declaration. He laughed and he laughed and he laughed, but it was a genuine reaction. I didn't even think about that. Because of his laughter, he was laughing so much that I remember until today that I say war declaration. Otherwise, if he didn't laugh, I mean, I wouldn't have even remembered that.
Yeah.
Some of the things I say, I think it's really strange to say it in English because, I think in my, culturally, I have it in my language. But even though I don't think in my language when I speak in English, but somehow it's automatically have this funny translation.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if I drive up, if I'm going for a drive with a friend, it's a good friend. Great friend, close friend, and they drive and they're not paying attention, and then let's say they do something that I just don't think is the right thing to do, and then I would just say it with the way I would culturally say it in my place. We are very direct. It's like, you think this is your father's private road? I would say that to a friend. Don't drive like this. This is not your father's or your grandfather's private road. Which is like, they laugh because it's weird to hear something like that. But for me, culturally, it's like, that's how we speak. Who would say when I think about it, I do laugh. Like, who would ever say your grandfather's
private road?
It's so weird. What's the next journey for you? You're gonna stay in Australia for?
Yeah, I'm on a skilled visa right now, or going through the process.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, just like giving my documents and proof of my work back at home.
How do you find the bureaucratic side of the immigration? You're coming on a working skilled visa, so probably easier.
I started on the working holiday visa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I did the first and second year, and then now I'm transferring to the skilled visa because I want to stay as a permanent resident. So, yeah.
Oh, you really, really do like Australia.
Oh, I love it. It's my home now. So.
But where in Canada were you from? Are you from?
Close to Toronto.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a big place where you came from?
You don't know Toronto?
No, I know, but you say close to Toronto, the town.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, kind of, depending on traffic.
Oh, that's like from here to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, exactly.
Not far.
No. And so it was nice growing up where I lived. There was like a lot of farmland and country and stuff, but now it's like all being overdeveloped and turning into the Greater Toronto area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's like, that's why I left, like, especially during COVID and after COVID, it got really bad. People just started becoming, like, super antisocial and, like, scared of one another and stuff.
Oh, really? Got to that point too?
I noticed it's like, when did we all become strangers?
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to even, like, I felt like at the Whalers concert, I wanted to, like, get on the microphone and be like, listen, you guys are all, like, have the same vibe, you're all dancing and everything, but like look to the stranger next to you and just see him as a brother or as a sister, you know what I mean? Because that was one thing that I noticed at the concert was like energetically we were with each other, but physically there was still so much separation.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
like people weren't like intermingling so much and
because
stuff.
They have their own groups of friends.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that's what I like about us as a group.
Yeah.
We are so diverse. So diverse. And the exchange of cultural thing.
Yeah.
When I look back at our videos, our little clips, it's just like, I'm really grateful.
Yeah, me too.
Because everyone is so unique and no one is controlling anyone. But yet everyone's get along and being allowed to be themselves.
Yeah.
And like we call you Guruji.
Yeah, Guruji. Danny G, Guruji.
Yeah, Danny G, Guruji. And then Charles, of course, he become Heavenly Father. Yeah. I call him Jesus because he looks like the white man Jesus. He does. But even his presence is so wise. He's got the wisdom out of all of us. Probably he's the wisest. Beautiful presence. He has a beautiful presence.
Yeah.
And so just the fun of being so different, you being you, I'm being me, Charles being Charles, and then no one's forcing, oh, you got to be more like this one, like that one.
Yeah,
It's just,
exactly.
I really love the blend.
Yeah.
And then the exploration through food. But what is this one? This one. Just and with the jams, it's never the same sound.
No, never.
Because it's a new musician comes.
Yeah.
Somebody else is bringing new sound, new voice to sing, different presence. So that's why I think that every moment is never to be repeated.
Yeah.
It's a fleeting moment that you can only keep it as a memory. And you know what? Sometimes, like when I saw you that video earlier, I realized how important it is that some things, we are lucky now that we have cameras to document things, and that if you really like see the benefits from it, it's just really good. Because when you record like just the hugs that we have, right? If I didn't look at the video, I almost have forgotten.
Yeah.
What those moments were, because we were so absorbed into hugging each other and making crazy sounds and just enjoying being with each other. The perspective that we have is just through feeling it in that close section of that. But then the camera is looking from the outward.
Yeah, that's what is it? A practice that I've been trying to incorporate in my life, and I think it's very powerful. Is like what is it? Like stepping back, like practice of like zooming out. Actually, because when you're so having such a good time, you're so immersed in it, you forget to take that time to step back to like appreciate it all. And I've had such beautiful moments with like you're talking about with friends, where like we're all doing something, everybody's having their own in-depth conversation, we're like collective, and then I'll just take a moment when I like step back, zoom out, and just see all of it, and like thinking about how great, like full gratitude, like that's the embodiment of gratitude. I feel like is that, and like just being so happy that everybody's getting along and stuff, and that like we're
Yeah, I mean, looking at the camera's perspective is the what it is that I realize is the camera captures more than what we see at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we only see in terms of the close proximity, where from the overall picture is the bigger picture where it shows everyone in the union. As a united oneness, and so it's like if you look carefully at the images, and you become the observer, it amplifies the way you understand warmth and intimacy that's shared. It's such a different state altogether. And if it wasn't captured on camera, I wouldn't have been able to like have a different perspective to what the memory was like.
Yeah.
And so like I remember earlier conversations, Charles and you remember Pat?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Pat. Yeah. Pat was saying to me, "Oh, why did you film it?" And I said, "Because one day we'll look back."
Yeah, definitely.
And you will realize we have forgotten so many of these. And it's true enough, Yeah. I sent to Charles that thing, and he said, "Oh my God, I've forgotten. I've forgotten some of it. Thank God, that was great."
I know, that's what I'm talking. So a group of friends of mine, we're all going up to Cairns soon, like end of May.
Oh yes.
Just for like the winter, and I have this idea because my friend has a drone that we all met at Elements of Byron. All of us, and we hang out there a lot. It's a very special place for us.
Yes.
I have this vision that he gets his drone and he videotapes each one of us pulling out of the parking and driving off. And I think that's it would encapsulate such a special moment. Yes. How we all met, and that we were venturing on to another place to have a new adventure, experience new things.
And this was the art of photography and documentaries before. You know, always the most evocative artworks through the lens is what captures the essence of living. I mean, yes, you can look at the banana and have a picture of a pretty banana ripen on a tree and mangoes and stuff like that, part of nature. But something with humans' mobility and humans' interaction that just resonates with everyone who looked. There's photographs I found being sold in a garage sale, and it's outside. I think it was a setup image that was purposely made, you know, to capture the essence of departure. And it's in an old train station. You see the smokes, you know, with the coal, coal train. And it's a black and white photograph where there's an old suitcase, you know, the little square old suitcase, no wheels, you know, you have the thing that you take. And the woman is sitting like this, and they're waiting for the train. And I think there's just one suitcase. And you see the smoke or maybe the mist, but it doesn't look like winter, more like summer, because she was not with the coat. And that moment that captures an emotion of goodbye, right? If it was just two dogs there, you don't imagine dogs taking the train. No, it just happened to be there. And so you just, a beautiful picture of dogs, but this is humans. And I bought that photograph because sometimes I looked at it and I thought, imagine what it was like in those days. Train was like, you know, like taking a plane then.
Exactly.
There was maybe just a few people who own a telephone. They could ring each other. And the way to communicate back then is so different. And so I was thinking, wow, imagine saying goodbye and you don't know what will happen in life. And you can only write letters through the post that might take months to get. One love letter to your beloved one. And the photo is so emotional. I looked at things like that and I realized that's just, it might look weird to document things in our life, but it's actually not so weird, because back in the days, people would just love to have access to photography, to know the picture of the daughter is going to be there, the grandpa's going to be there. I mean, before that, there was painting. And so I don't feel guilty about making a lot of pictures.
No.
And a lot of moving images. I really don't. I think it's great. I think it's great. It's great memory, documentation.
Alex has a real gift with
Alex. He's got a great camera.
No, she.
Alexandra. She does have really good.
She knows how to do those candid photos.
Oh yeah,
that, capture people.
Yeah, she's got really good sense of artistic expression through photos. She's got. I used to do photography, so she's got a great sense of composition, lighting, natural lighting, and you know, just that split second that you captured what you want to capture. If you miss that, the story is different to tell. Different story in the photography, and then, but the framing, everything, the light that allows natural lighting, and the best part of people that shows through lighting, the best features, or like the appropriately shown according to what the lights falls on their face, because it's what she does is not just what's happening, it was also the expression on people's faces. There was one she captured of me and Charles. We were talking, and it was a moment that she captured so well, because we were talking really serious ideas. Because he was going to leave, and we were talking about these ideas. And Charles and I, we always talk about ideas, you know. And she showed me just the one picture. It summarized everything.
Wow, yeah.
And you know what happened was I remember so many details just by looking at that. I remember almost everything that we talked about in great detail.
Yeah.
Just so she got really great skill, like you said.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah, really great.
Yeah. Have you ever done photography?
No, not so much. Like, I mean, I take photos on my phone sometimes and whatnot. And my mom got me a camera when I was like 20, I think, or something, 19.
Yeah.
And then I started photographing a bit. I went to Iceland, and then
Nice.
Yeah, and then I lost my camera in that airport in Iceland.
Such a typical young man. Just kidding, not typical. What were you thinking when you lost the camera with all that beautiful documentary of
I know, it's really bad.
How did you lose it at the airport?
I just forgot the bag, I think, or something.
With the whole bag?
Yeah. The whole bag of like the camera. I had a Polaroid camera in there as well too, and then I called the airport and they didn't have it, so yeah.
Oh, somebody must have been happy to have your Polaroid camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Iceland, what was your experience in Iceland?
It was nice. To be honest, it was one of my least favorite countries that I've traveled to, just because it's like traveling for me. I like to experience different cultures, and like that of the country that I'm traveling to, and then also that of the country of the people who I'm meeting along the way.
Why was it make it the least?
But because Iceland, we just rented a car and just traveled around Ring Road to like most of the tourist spots and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then like since the population of Iceland is like Byron, pretty much, of the whole country.
Oh well, it's just small.
So spread out that it's like it's hard to like see what the actual culture is like and everything.
What's the food like?
The food is good. A lot of fish. It's okay. The food.
Smoked fish.
Mainly fish. Because that's all they have really. Like their climate is really insane. Like they don't have any insects.
And there's no trees,
insects. There's trees.
There's trees?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's somebody say there's a place where there's no trees. There's just no big trees.
Yeah.
You know, like when you go here, it's a grand forest.
There isn't any forest so much.
Is there forest?
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
I've never seen a landscape with forest in Iceland.
Yeah, me neither. There's a lot of moss.
Yes.
They really take a lot of care in their moss and everything. They don't let people like walk on it or anything and stuff.
Wow. How long were you there for?
3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
And it was also very expensive. The amount of money that I spent in 3 weeks was what I spent in like 2 or 3 months in Southeast Asia. So.
I mean, any of that area, all it is go to Switzerland and probably.
Yeah, Norway, as apparently.
Norway is very expensive.
The most expensive country in the world.
Yeah. I mean, the Scandinavian countries are not cheap.
No, definitely not.
No.
I have to go to the washroom.
Yes. Go for it.
Where's the bathroom?
This one, yeah.
I actually haven't been to the bathroom.
No, all this time, all this year.
All this time, yeah. Always here. As well, too. And I think why all of us do it is because when you reach that like flow state, you become a channel for the divine. And like I think like a lot of gurus have talked about this, that like music is like the closest thing that connects us to like God and the divine and everything, because we actually become like a conduit when we can like step aside from ourselves. And you get to a spot where you're just like floating on a river and like you're just going with the tide and everything, and no matter what you play, it works and it sounds good and it's in rhythm and everything, And I think a big thing with that is how I kind of word it is that like structure and like practice gives you the raft, to float on the river smoothly. But then like to flow with water, as the Tao says, is to like be the water, is to like surrender yourself completely to it. And that's what like takes like a technical musician into like someone who's flowy, and when you can actually channel is like when you release that, and the structure and the practice gives you that raft so that you can just like lay back and enjoy the ride, and you get into a state where you're actually just watching what you're playing and just listening to what you're playing. It's not, sometimes it's like not even like you who's playing.
So basically you're saying that I shouldn't say basically, but what you're seeing is that rather than you seeing yourself as someone who plays the instrument, you become the instrument.
Yeah.
So you're totally immersed. The sound.
And I feel like as if something has taken over, like my fingers are just doing as like I'm feeling and I'm listening to, you know.
Wow.
And like there's no delay between like what I want to happen and what is happening. You know, there's usually like, okay, I want this to happen, and then there's already delay there. But when you're like completely immersed in it, there's like no delay between what you want and what is happening. It's just all happening at once.
Have you ever struggled, like finding yourself struggling to play?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes I find like I can pick up the guitar or the drums, and it's like I've never played the instrument before. It's I find, especially with guitar, it really much matters my environment.
Sitar.
No, guitar.
Oh, guitar, sorry.
Yeah, I wish. But it really matters where I play. Like I remember when I first got to the Gold Coast, that was the first place I lived in Australia, and I just didn't have the music in me. Like my sound wasn't there, and like I would play the guitar and like I just wouldn't be in it and it wouldn't sound good. And then when I got to Byron, I think because of like the collective creativity consciousness here, it really like sparked something in me to play better and stuff. And like even my sound here is different than when I played in India. When I played in India, I could tap into that like mythical, like spiritual side of my playing a lot more, and I kind of miss that a little bit, to be honest. Like when I play it here, I can still play it, and it's cool because people are interested. They're like, they haven't heard that sound before, you know.
Yeah.
And it's more like surfer rock here and everything and stuff. But like I like to play it more like Middle Eastern, Arabic, like
world music, like you said as well.
Exactly. And,
influence.
Yeah.
And do you have anything that you would like to maybe share with people, how to deal with when they find themselves, especially, you know, very creative young person who same age as you or maybe younger, and they kind of find themselves stuck and struggle, and whether it's in terms of self-development through music or playing instrument itself. Would you have anything to like maybe share with them? Because, you know, obviously, if I were to ask to share with the older musicians, it's not fair because they're super, you know, experienced already. But there are a lot of young people as well that may find themselves struggling and not knowing how to cope with it. And you travel, you have a great experience with people and how. I mean, because when you travel, you leave your family behind, you leave your comfort zone behind, and you have to actually create an environment that you have to wisely choose for yourself, as you are in a completely different environment all the time, and also the way to adjust, being open-minded as well, to fit, not to fit in, but to sort of
to understand the culture and to like
and you know, make adaptation. In a way that doesn't compromise who you are and be lost in something that you're not.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is don't lose sight of why you're doing it in the first place, and really find out why you're doing it in the first place. And the more pure that is, opposed to like, oh, I'm doing it just to like become famous, or I'm like, the more superficial it is, the more superficial your sound will be. But if you do it just for the enjoyment, you know what I mean? Then like the art of playing is just to have fun, to have fun with it and to see where it goes and to like make mistakes and then to use that to like refine yourself and everything. And I think if there's any purpose in life, individually, it's to be our authentic self, because there's only one of us. There only ever was one of us, and there only ever will be one of us. So like, to deny the world of your authenticity is to deny the world of its very own essence, you know?
Yes. Oh, Danny. Thank you for the friendship.
Yes, thank you.
For this, and for sure. I'm really grateful that you came and shared this experience and life stories that, I really am quite grateful that you say yes to this.
Of course.
Not for, and I know that you say yes because I think it's something that I don't think it's. There was something, it's beyond friendship, you know. Storytelling is beyond friendship, because this is not just telling to me. You're not sharing with me, you're sharing with a wider
audience.
Yeah, audience, or like friends that we are yet to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And there are a lot of friendly people online as well that listen to this, and I'm really grateful to whoever watches and listens as well, because it's just it's a form of being supportive as well to our storytelling, and thank you so much. And we may see Danny in another episode. Just let us know. Guruji is to come back. Guruji. You know how to say thank you in Hindi? I bet you remember.
Dhanyabad.
Pardon?
Dhanyabad. In Nepali, that's how you say it.
Oh, okay.
Hindi,
Sukriya.
Sukriya.
You remember that one? It's a Sanskrit. Sukriya. Yeah. I don't know that much. I know that Maharaja is, and Maharani.
Yeah.
And also many other things anyway. But thank you so much. Thank you.